And we're live.
Super good.
Yo.
What are you working on? Are you still working on the tail?
The tail jewelry
Oh,
to cover up where it attaches.
Hello, peoples. Don't mind
Hello,
Sophie's
everyone.
beard shit.
Con crunch. Woo!
Multitasking. I am so excited to be back. So I will only be here for part of it. Love me while you can.
You can do your recap and then leave. That's all we need you for.
Yeah.
It's not your arc or
Get
anything.
outta
That's
here.
all you're good for here.
First episode of your own arc. Get out of here.
Yeah.
We're in Kiddis' arc, but we don't need Kiddis.
No.
So what happened last episode, Kiddis? What's going on?
Goku decided he didn't hate us anymore and let us win the fight. That's what I remember.
I pulled one punch one time.
So
It's fun. It's fun to be petty.
Please don't be petty back.
Oh, you guys act like I have a plan over the last 2 weeks that I've had. I have concepts of a plan right now.
Isn't that most DMs?
Sometimes.
But in any case, so we did finish up the judgment fight. We tried reality shifting her away, and then the birds reality shifted her back. Kiddis tried to get a new pet and was semi-successful because the birds had broken out of their bodies and became their astral form thing. And so then she tried doing a cartoon jump to catch one of them, and I got part of one.
Mario.
And I think I could I think I could treat it like a tree, like a little tree twig, and grow it. Hopefully. So we eventually then managed to fight her, and then she went into her final form, and then she's like, "You don't know what you're doing," and I'm like, "No, we don't." And then and then she disappeared, and we're like, "Yay, we won!" And then all of a sudden there was this giant seat in the middle of the desert, and it was just and then Leah was just like, "Mine, dibs!" Ran over, sat in it before we could do anything, and then signed a big long contract that she didn't read because she did not go to any classes of how you should handle contracts.
Yeah.
And then she became the owner of this realm, this little plane of existence thing that's in between everything else. And so now she's tied to it. And Kiddis wore her goggles again and saw that she had red strings attaching her to the place, but even if she's on the throne, she is still attached. So then, all of a sudden, we were just like, okay, maybe a reprieve. No! Spiders! Spiders everywhere! And so then they became these giant columns that were just going after Cedar. Grab Cedar. And Leah was like, "Ow, get in there." Leah got caught in there and stuck. And then Kiddis and Gale were like, "Ah." And so then Leah tried kicking Cedar and then got booted out instead of Cedar getting booted out. And then Kiddis decided well, I'm gonna go see what this giant hole they're coming out of is. And then she was just like, "Oh, looks like Mom's gonna have to be going down there." Okay, Cannonball jumped in, everyone else followed, and then we showed up and Cedar was dead. Not oh, she just died and we could bring her back. No, dead, gone. Been gone for days. I don't know how time works. But we were apparently falling for days. And so then, Gale had this huge emotional thing of crying for Cedar and being like, "No, bring her back," and trying to find ways to bring her back. And then Kish was just like, "Well, I am having so many emotions, so I'm going to focus on anything else." And then started exploring around us and discovered we were just kind of thinking a nothing. And then all of a sudden, this guy shows up and he's just like, "Hi, dead people. Well, you're not really properly dead, but I didn't know what to do with you because you're still alive. You're not supposed to have your bodies." And then we're like, "Can we have her friend back?" And he was just like, "Well, you can pay a coin and maybe have her back." And then we're like, "Oh, okay." Tried to hand the coin over. He got super offended by that, even though there was no instructions on how to do this. And then he was just like, "No, you gotta give the coin to Cedar." So Kiddis just tossed the coin into this giant vortex where he pointed that Cedar's soul was as she was spiraling going down a toilet. And
You're describing the death of my character. And that's what you choose. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. So then proceeded to be like, oh, so we can't keep our bodies. And he was just like, no, you willingly chose this. And we're like, well, one of us didn't. And he's like, well, sucks to suck. So then we just proceeded. So then Kid was just like, okay, well, how do I get rid of my body? He's like, well, just, and then he like mimed to stick a gold coin in my mouth. So she went, ha, and bit down on the coin, and then a giant size came up and chopped her head off. And it was beautiful. So then, then Leah got her head chopped off, and then Gale got his head chopped off, and we all died. And so then he was just like, come onto the boat, everyone. And we're like, okay. So we followed this crazy man onto the boat. And so then, Peter had a little breakdown. She's like, you all died because of me. And Kiddos are just like, you know, I actually prefer this. And Gail's like, it's not your fault. And so then, we love you. And so then so then Kiddos just like, well, I am gonna go talk to this cool captain dude that knows a lot about death. And so then she went up and laughed at everyone. And then Leah was just like, hey, Gail, I'm gonna steal you for a minute. Do you love Cedar? And he was like, and then she just like, have to admit it now. And then he was just like, yes, I do. And then Leah's like, that's all I needed to know. And then yeeted her soul back into her domain, because she can do that because the red strings. And it was because it's her domain. And so she went all the way back. Then camera shift over to Kittis talking to the captain. And then she was just like, can I change my soul's color? Because green is not my color, pink is. And he was just like, yes, you can. Think pink thoughts. And so she's like, yes, and turned her soul pink. That's a very important thing, guys. I managed to keep my character's signature color even in death. So
Aesthetic.
Aesthetics. Then Kidda started having this whole conversation with him, asking about how the death works and learning about how we have to go through. You're not technically dead. You're technically now in limbo, and you take your journey through the Shadowfell. And if you're not tempted by all the gods somehow trying to get you to go with them, you can make it to Judgment, and then your soul is weighed with a feather. And then if you succeed, you can choose whether or not to go to your god or be reincarnated. At least that was my general understanding of it. So then. That was pretty cool. And so then Cedar came up and she's like, hey, am I a good person? And he was just like, well, you're not a bad person. And then she's like, that's comforting. And then she's like, well, obviously Leah's stronger than me. And he's like, technically not, because Leah's soul is tainted. And it's just like, she just decided not to follow her own morals. And Cedar's like, what? And then she's like, well, obviously Gale is. And he's like, I don't know, not really, because of who his dad is. And she's like, well, my parents sucked. And he's just like, yeah, but your parents weren't Gale's dad. So then, and then she was just like, well, what about Kidis? And he was like, we don't know. And so then, and
Cedar's like, yeah, that's totally fair.
The boat captain, of the river Styx was just like, looks over and then sees Leah's gone, just like, one moment, please. And then proceeded to teleport over to Leah's room. And Leah was sitting on the throne and he chucked a spear at her and he missed. And he's like, that's very rare for things to miss. You must be pretty cool. And he was like, I know what you're trying to do, but you can't do that. You need to come back down. And Leah's like, I'm just trying to protect my friends. And he's like, you can do that if you come back down. Well, how? Well, if you find someone as strong as Judgment, then you will be able to fight Judgment again. And by the way, Judgment is also kind of in timeout. By the way, everyone, we learned that Judgment is timeout. I don't remember where exactly, but I did remember that. So then, Leah was like, okay, I'll come back down. And then the captain just stabbed her with the spear and yanked her soul back down.
Spearfished her to hell.
And so then we're now all back on the boat, and Cadis is still sitting there just looking at everything and being absolutely amazed while everyone's trying to process the fact that they just died.
Oh, and Cedar learned that Silvico is not dead.
Oh, yes, you did.
Unfortunately.
But Shalius is.
But Shalius is. Haha, take that.
Pretty cool stuff. There's a couple other details that were learned, but I will let it be a mystery, or you can go watch the actual session.
Good recap. Man, you charged through that actually in pretty good detail, so I like that. To clarify for you, she is in the lower planes abyss.
Yeah.
So
Judgment, that is.
that judgment
For
is. So
clarification.
she's facing a prison sentence, and that's where gods go to jail. And you met the what are they called? The people who run the jails.
Wardens.
Warden. You met the warden.
Yeah, she was pretty cool.
Yeah.
She just doesn't remember. She got kind of hypnotized.
those,
Remember, and that was awful.
those pesky beholders. But yes, so you guys are on the boat. We ended session with Leah getting forcibly returned to the boat to continue the journey. And right now, for most things, all things are silent except for the churning of the water wheels on the steamboat. But as the hours pass, which kind of feel like days, you occasionally see a spear just pluck a soul from the river and kind of put it below deck. You kind of just, if you listen closely enough, you'll hear the groans and moans of the dead on the lower part of the ship as they just keep churning forward. A big city actually comes into view. Now, you have a little bit of time before you reach the city if there's anything else you want to do. And Kiddus, I will say, what you know about Shadowfell will let that kind of roll out. Like, what you know as a person out of game would be probably about what Kiddus knows, because really no one's ever been here directly. So you have ideas and, like, things that were passed down in rituals that might give you an idea. So we'll roll those out with, like, history checks or history checks with advantage or something to see if you can kind of pick through maybe some of your lore in gameplay. Sound good?
Sounds good. I'm so excited to learn what my character knows.
You had sent me that message out of game, so I just wanted to make sure I addressed it because I know it's really busy. Can you stop making loud noises, bros? Sorry, my cats are just... We got them a big running wheel, but it's got carpet, so then they're like, oh, carpet! So, Leah, you're on the flat of your back on the deck of the ship. Everybody's just kind of on ship right now. Is there anything more you guys wish to do?
She would like to continue asking questions with the captain, but I'll let everyone else make their choices first.
Leah's just kind of laying there thinking.
Leah's probably like, F this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
She's just laying there like Loki after Hulk ragdoll through him.
Uh-huh.
Be like, did I just get my butt handed to me in one shot?
I think Cedar is just gonna be kind of like standing towards like one of the railings of the boat, just kind of trying to like think about everything that she just learned. She kind of got given a lot of information at once, and on top of the fact that she's dead, she died, so she's kind of taking that in.
All right.
Just kind of looking around.
You're just kind of taking a deep breath in to breathe, right? So give me 1 second. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
you roll for something.
All right. Let me find my dice on my mess of a desk.
Why don't you have it organized, Sophie?
Because it is the
Yeah.
week before a con, Charisse. Everything is chaos and the color blue. Because it's Jester. Also, I just went to roll the dice and it like popped into a bottle cap. Like sat perfectly in the bottle cap, and I kind of love that.
Yeah.
So that's a 19.
A 19. Okay, you're like, I'm gonna have you roll. You're like, I'm just gonna do it. If that was...
Oh, sorry, you said
No, you're fine.
you said to roll a perception.
No, I said I'm gonna have you roll something. It was actually a
Oh.
charisma. I was gonna do a charisma saving throw.
Oh, okay. I can add the mod to that and
Yeah.
because I rolled a 16, so charisma
Mhm.
save 18.
So you kind of feel a pulse in your chest, um, almost like a heart palpitation, just kind of like a deep sink for a moment. Um, but you kind of dismiss it. You feel like something kind of squeezed your heart for a moment, but then let it go, and you kind of feel fine. There was nothing around you, nothing really that did it. You just kind of took a moment to breathe, and then the moment you stopped, you almost felt this like pulse of something inside your chest, like a rock. And you were kind of able to resist the pull, and it kind of let go.
Okay, whatever that was. Not a fan.
But what's interesting is when you kind of come back from that feeling, you realize you don't feel your heartbeat anymore.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Cedar's just saying this to herself. Just full on like Deku mumbling.
Just-
Oh, that's not good. I don't like this. I don't like feeling dead. This is weird. This sensory experience is bad. Sensory experience of being dead is bad.
feelings equal badness.
The sensory experience of death. I don't recommend it.
Kidis does.
Oh my gosh.
Uh, good times. All right, so that is where we are at then. So I guess we'll wrap it back up to Kiddis then. What you doing?
So Kidis then just proceeded. After a little bit, she got like new questions popped into her head. So then she was just like walked over to the captain and she's just like, "Said I could bug you more, right?"
See if I remember this accent from like a million years ago.
Southern.
So that you can, little miss.
Literally, all I could think of last time was Colonel Sanders.
Play me out, Kiddis. Uh, that you can, little miss. What brings you to my deck?
Do gods need domains, or can they just collect souls and then just not have one? It's like, are the domains like job to just house them, or is there like another purpose for them? Because it seems like every single god has some sort of domain somewhere.
Of course. Where are you gonna house your followers? You have to have a domain if you need to. Think of it like a nice house. You want to live with your god? You can be roommates.
Oh, okay,
Like
that's
this
cool.
ship. This ship is my domain. Now, the lower decks are a bit full at times, but you don't need to be too cozy here.
Oh, that's cool. So gods can leave their domains though, right?
Not normally. I mean, you can, but think of it like an unlocked house. If I left my boat, who knows, might walk upon my deck and take it from me.
Oh, so that's why a lot of them don't travel to the material plane very often.
Oh, yes, they got people to do their dirty work for them. Unlike me, I like to do my job firsthand. Really connects me with my people.
That's really cool. By the way, do souls need rest? Because I remember people saying like rest in peace, but I don't know if that meant to be like, hey, don't struggle after you die, or more of like a actual like literal thing. Because people don't always tell you when they're being literal.
I don't see much rest here for the dead. In most cases, there's not rest. There's a lot of reflection, and that's busy work. I think that's more of a moral, physical comfort. Makes the observer of death feel more comfortable to know that they're at peace. But really, death is a messy, dirty, gross thing. And you're trying to wish your feelings on the dying, really, by telling them to rest. Most people want to struggle and live, even in their final moments. When people say rest in peace, I find it selfish. Might as well just pay their toll and let them go in their own time and way.
I like that. I thought. I never understood it. A lot of funeral rites that I've seen have always been very much. It's like it's more for them rather than the person who died.
Oh yeah, money not well spent, honestly. You spend it on
No.
on the. I think your investment is ill-begotten. You're spending money to create processions of comfort for the living.
Oh, by the way, what happens to our bodies? Because you kind of chopped my head off in limbo. Do they stay in limbo?
Nah, I tossed them.
Oh. Wait, where'd you toss them to? Do you send them back to the material plane where they were? Do you send them back to the domain?
There's just a pile of menagerie corpses
Nah,
somewhere.
you have to think more base. What you're made from, what you're made out of. You all return to the earth at the end of the day, right? So I just return you to what you were, break you down into tiny little microscopic pieces, and feed the world. Don't want to leave you in limbo. You'd never get them back.
That's true. That's really cool.
You're just bags of iron, water, and blood at the end of the day. I don't know why people are so attached.
I think a lot of people they view themselves, their bodies as part of who they are. For a while, I did. And then I kind of got my soul ripped out of my body for a little while, and then I kind of realized that it's more of a thing to move it around.
The irony of that statement is you're calling people vain. But the first thing you did was change your soul.
Yeah.
But it's not my job to judge now, is it? I'm just the messenger. Well, more the cab driver.
Thing is that the soul's more of a reflection of who you are than your body is, though, isn't it?
The body can be tainted. The soul cannot be tainted by physical means. So it just depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about the physical, the body can represent things, scars, pain, damage, injury. But the injury to the soul is a lot deeper, often more transformative. As your thoughts made you pink, if you lose sight of who you are down here, you change.
Change always a bad thing.
Depends on what you're doing. If you give yourself to someone else, they may change you. As one has a relationship, finds love. Love is infatuation. It can twist you.
Well, then I guess you just have to make choices that you won't regret.
Guess you will.
I like you. If I ever get back, I would like to see you again.
Well, you know where to find me. You ever wish to see me again, just find your way back to wherever you are, die again, and I'll come give you a ride.
Sounds good. Are we almost there yet?
We are indeed.
Are we there yet?
If you look over that horizon over yonder, you'll see probably one of the biggest cities in Shadowfell. It's kind of where I drop people off. Some have been here so long, call it the Underdark still.
Why don't they move on?
Now, some people are attached to life, you see. Some people face their grief. Some people can't resist the pull. Some people choose to stay within walls for protection, but only trap themselves. The motivation, different from person to person. But you will find that you don't have the strength down here that you had in the living. Your bodies, your energies, your mind, your soul, they all have different strengths and weaknesses. Some people who had very strong bodies can't come to terms with the fact that they don't mean much down here sometimes. Now you guys are still wearing your armor, your weapons, your wings, your changes. That's because you're fresh. So you can tap into what you had because you're reminded of it. It's not new to you. You spend an eternity down here, you forget what you were, but also lose your way out. So they stay within walls for what they feel is safety. Now, your
I
questions are
feel
far
sad.
too deep. You need to cheer yourself up.
Well, grandfather never told me about this stuff. He always told me I needed to die, but never told me what it's like after.
Well,
I had to learn bits and pieces on my own.
yes, well, I can still see a little bit of the residual markings on you. You had to die to fulfill a purpose. Seems like your friend there is going to fulfill your purpose for you. She wears the same mark. You'll find that there's
Yeah.
a struggle afoot lately since old boy Tempest came back.
Ooh. Can't wait to see it.
Well, you could probably see it if you squint. And he kind of points off to the horizon, and you just see this dark, purple and blue lightning storm that's taking up probably an eighth of the entire like thing that you can see. It's and what you can see is like far off, um, but there's this huge storm just off in the corner.
Must have been he must be pretty powerful to take over that much.
Oh yeah, that was your doing, I heard.
Hey, it wasn't on purpose. I didn't know what the sigil did.
Uh, Playing with ancient books beyond your understanding.
Only way to learn what they do.
Ain't that the truth? Life is about learning. Hell, even death is about learning.
I like this place better than the material plane. People don't like it when I say stuff like this.
Well, you'll find yourself amongst friends here, but keep in mind that the longer you stay, the harder things are gonna get. And right as he says that, you guys hear two very large, like, town bell dings, and the boat comes to just a slow, floating lurch as it drifts into the city. And you see what looks to be about 18 shades with hooks on ropes throwing out the lines and catching the boat and kind of pulling it into a dock. And then as it docks, the haze around the boat kind of clears, and you find yourselves in the middle of what looks to be an extremely large city. But it's kind of in a state of decay, almost like it hasn't been touched in centuries. But still, there is sound. But the only sound really being produced is kind of by footsteps of meandering. And as you kind of see, the boat captain flicks a coin to each of the shades that caught the boat, and it kind of, instead of catching it, it floats into them and kind of becomes a golden shimmer through their kind of just opaque black bodies of cloud, and they kind of fade, and the only thing left on the ground underneath them is a knot tied to a post. And a giant kind of walking bridge pops out of the side of the steamboat and kind of hits the dock. All of this autonomous for the most part, like nothing physically interacting with it. And you just hear the captain kind of ring out to all of you. Well, I have some business to attend to. I don't make landfall too often, so Enjoy your stay. And
Thank you, Captain.
you see thousands of just green and blue souls flood the city, screeching and screaming at full force as they like collide into each other to try to get off the boat and flood into this city. And I'll pull up the map here in a second.
That was overly dramatic.
Oh, that is bad noise. You're pink now.
Yes, I am.
How did you do that?
I thought pink thoughts.
Now tell me, what is a pink thought in your words? I'm curious.
It's just pink. It's happy. It's everything I wanted to.
Well, it looks really cool. For what it's
Cute.
worth. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can do that. I wanna change colors too.
Be careful.
What do you mean? Be careful. What?
Says that we can change a lot down here.
Huh. Okay. Cedar's gonna try and shift her color kind of to I'm thinking like blue kind of color.
Okay, so you want to. So right now you're kind of like a pale gray, and you're going to kind of just think about who you are as a reflection. Now, let me see here. What should I have you roll? Roll a survival.
Okay, that's nice. Let me just see what my modifier is. Oh, dirty 20.
So you kind of feel just the vibe of it, and you're kind of tuned into yourself, and you just hear a ringing, almost like a tuning fork, just whoo in your ear, as your kind of body changes from this grayish that you were to just this pale blue. And you're almost semi-transparent. You're still physical. You have all your armor, your wings, but more parts of you. You almost become more ethereal and ghost-like in your mind's eye as you kind of shade over. But one thing kind of remains, and on your chest, now more clearly visible, is a gray sigil with just a red circle in the center. And there are probably 40 or 50 small black dots inside this red sigil, now appearing on your chest in plain sight because it's so drastic in different colors. And every once in a while, you see, if you look at it, those black dots will kind of like blink and close and then open back up.
It has eyes. Kidis, why does it have eyes?
Well, Loth is a spider goddess, so.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't want eyes with on that. I don't want eyes on the weird Loth symbol. She's just saying this like I
have your uncle's eyeball in your head.
I have too much eye-related trauma at this point. I don't need more. Got the freaky uncle eye. I had the scar over my eye. The uncle eye talked to me. Now I've got like, I don't know, 50 more. I feel like a turtleneck sweater or something so she can't see where we are.
By the way, did we get a long rest while on this boat? Because part of the reason why I asked was like, how do we get long rests?
That's a great question, actually.
So you do feel rested because when you kind of came back into being, you came back fully refreshed. So mentally, unless you choose not to have been, you will come back as the perfect version of what yourself was. And so, because you kind of create it. So yes, you are rested, but not because you rested on the boat, but because you came into this realm at 100%.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, then Kittis just kind of waves to the captain. She's like, "Hi, thanks for the ride." And as she's kind of walking off the boat, careful not to get in the horde of people screeching, because she's just like, no.
Screaming people.
Why did that do that? He will kind of tip his hat to you. And kind of turn his back and then go about his business.
I like that guy. He was cool. He answered so many questions I had.
He was good at answering questions. On that note, I'm probably gonna tell the other two this later, but Silverco's not dead apparently, and
Well, I
I
assume
thought.
not. He
What do you mean? I assume not. Pittis, I thought he was dead since the whole explosion of acid at the coronation.
no body, no death.
I thought his body exploded. It's kind of hard for there to be a body after an explosion of that magnitude, but I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but also, it's a lot to take in that he's still alive.
It's been so much fun to try to like manipulate a god's body. And then she continues walking off the boat.
Actually, Cedar's gonna follow her. Speaking of the whole, like, god thing, before we fought Judgment and all, and then spiders, and then here, Leah said something about you trying to become a god?
Oh right, Leah, you owe me my deal. And she,
No,
like,
no, no,
turns
no,
around and
no,
goes,
no. I want you to explain to me what that means.
Is now far gone.
What? Oh, this child. Cedar's just gonna kind of shake her head and, like, try to, like, follow Kittis back to the group and just be like, I'll try and talk to her about it later.
And as we walk and Leah hears this, she's gonna pull a handful of pages out of a bag and hand them to Kiss and go, "Yeah, here, I wrote it all down for you."
She takes the pages and she's now just kind of like skipping forward while reading it.
What is she? She's trying to become a god?
Mm.
I mean, I guess you kind of are doing that, so I mean, it makes sense why she'd be asking you. She's got the throne thingy. That's. How do you feel about all that? That's a lot, I bet.
I don't know.
So, Cedar, roll a
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
perception for me.
Roll perception, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. That's a 6.
Ah, you don't notice anything then.
Oh no. I don't like that.
You can't.
But Kittis,
Um.
like, as we're moving, she's like just sitting there reading through all the pages and like making very quick mental notes. But I don't know what's on the pages.
It's just like
Go ahead.
until Doku decides to flesh it out. It's just It's just like here's vague notes on how to kill a god.
I think I had it in the back of your book, right? Just the couple paragraphs there, or just that single paragraph?
Let me check.
Yeah, because it should have existed. Where's effing book?
Okay, so what you can make out is it references a shard, something about enemies being more powerful than neutral gods, and several notations on how dangerous the process is. There's also a line about owning a domain of power recognized by other gods as a replacement theory, and another small note about worship and despise.
Okay, can you send that over to me so that I have it in my notes?
Uh-huh.
very, very few notes I take. But because once she finishes reading all up on all that, she just kind of tucks it into her pocket, and she's just like
The giggle
seems
is super
pretty-
unnecessary, but super necessary at the same time.
Yeah.
So as
Ceda's
you,
gonna kind of lean over to Leah and be like, "She seems pretty okay with the whole being dead thing."
Yeah.
all of a
Being
sudden Beetlejuice
thing.
is playing.
I know, I was like, yeah, you know, the whole being dead thing. I was like, that's
Yeah.
I was hoping people appreciated the reference.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Good times. So, as you guys are actually walking through and off the boat for a moment, you notice that almost nothing in the city, as far as people or beings or creatures or whatever you want to call it, none of them really seem to be human-esque anymore. There are a lot of things walking around that are humanoid, but are kind of twisted, um, and making different sounds, whether it be wrathful cries or cries of grief or anguish of pain. But I'm going to show you guys a couple of pictures. I'll pull them up on screen.
Oh yes, please.
And it's just kind of what seems to be around you now. So give me 1 second.
Fermented bowls.
Whoa.
Oh, dang! The little guys.
Nah, I like the
Yeah,
little guys
cookie
and the
cutter.
guys on the right.
It's like a cookie cutter chart. Get
Cutter
little
sharks
teeth.
are actually terrifying.
Oh yeah.
I'm just take a chunk. Ooh.
Whoa.
So do some of these souls merge together?
Oh.
It's soulmates in a really fucked up way.
Oh my gosh, Rain. That one's got a cloak. That one's like, ah yes, fashion. What are you wearing? My emotions. Stress couture.
I love that scene.
It's amazing. Stress couture.
There also seems to be a type of elf that is, and there are a bunch of them, but they're all kind of walking around with purpose. And they have very sunken features. They're kind of pale or dark. Their eyes completely blacked out. No pupils to speak of, just straight black eyes. And they are the only things really walking around with too much purpose. There's no guards in the town that you can speak of. Most buildings are being claimed by some form of violence. There is a couple of buildings that actually have light, which are kind of torches that are kind of more like welcoming. And you discern really quick that any building with a light is usually a building of maybe some type of service, right? Most of which are bars or inns, and kind of are there really to just reflect some form of semblance of like the mortal plane or material plane, to give people some comfort, because when they come out, they actually look a little bit more humanoid than what they went in looking like. And you kind of just pick this up just in your walking around. And I'm pulling up the elves now.
It's therapy.
But they're really the most reflective human-esque type things, sans yourselves right now. Because of right now, aside from being a little bit more spectre-ish, you guys kind of look more or less like yourselves still. Just different colors.
And she just kind of like watches the elves as they run around, and she just kind of like tries. She's like trying to figure out what they're doing, but she's like, "Do I interrupt them? Do I not? Do I interrupt them? Do I not want to interrupt them?" And you can just like the others that are listening can hear her just muttering this to herself, and she's just kind of watching them.
Should we go into like one of the taverns or something?
Therapy. She's just like
What
she like walks over to the taverns.
First time I've heard therapy come out of her mouth, but you know. I mean, heck, we all need it at this point.
Material plane.
What?
It's not common on the material plane.
Okay. And Cedar's following. She kind of looks over at Leah. Thank you for trying so hard to get me out of the spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry that you got dragged down into this too.
Ah.
And
It just chooses a random.
what?
If anyone, it just chooses a random and she goes eeny, miny, miny, that light.
Okay, since you chose it, no complaining about this one.
I'm not sleeping here.
I said what I said.
So as you guys enter, there are 2 guards in this place, or what seem to be guards, just kind of standing by the front door, and I'll pull up what they kind of look like. They almost seem Spectre touched, but they are very physical in appearance. They are clad in armor, and really the only thing you can make out of skin is just this pale, soft purple skin of the face with glowing purple eyes that almost kind of crackle like lightning every few moments. There is an air about them, like a wind, pushing them constantly, even though there is no wind in this place to speak of that you've felt so far. And it just seems to kind of be blowing them constantly. But there is a presence about them that actually makes you feel extremely small. But as you kind of continue, you get the feeling that they are a good presence, that they're welcomed here. But they seem just kind of glowy and just standing and watching the doors. And as you walk in to this inn, the atmosphere kind of changes. Once you get past their presence, you feel just a warm, welcoming presence fill out the rest of the bar. And most of the patrons are just kind of sitting quietly. Some of them are crying. Some of them are trying to smile, but there's just different versions of the same denizens that I kind of showed you, and they are just existing in quiet. And again, it's a very quiet area. Anyone with tinnitus would probably be going insane right now just because of like the fact that it's so quiet. But through this quiet, almost like piercing water that you're kind of underneath, you just hear this laughter as you see this giant, muscled man, bald, aside from a single tuft of blonde hair, wearing blue pants and just shirtless, just kind of flexing and stretching, and is the only seemingly happy thing that you've encountered so far. Is you just hear this laughter, and it almost warms your soul. And what I want you guys all to do is roll a charisma saving throw.
Nope.
Have we just met All Might?
My inspiration from him
Also,
is
hi
it's a
everybody.
little bit
Sorry.
older and anime, but still, I can see where you were thinking about it. Welcome,
got
welcome.
it.
Gabe.
Also, hi everybody. Sorry, I just joined in just randomly in the middle
Hello.
there. Hello.
Hi. I'll have to
That's
hop.
23.
We're off the boat and we're going into an inn now.
Yay, alcohol! I rolled an 8.
I got
You get my buff, so that's a +6.
Oh,
I rolled
we all
a
get the buff?
14.
Mm-hmm.
then I have an 18.
22.
Did anyone get lower than 15?
Harry.
Harry.
Oh no.
Yes, so I was 14.
Okay.
I
You
just got back, guys.
So I'm fixing cameras now, but it's funny actually because all of you guys actually feel this pull, but you kind of hesitate, all of you, just naturally, except for Gail, who just sees this happy laughter and just begins to mindlessly walk forward towards the bar.
See ya.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
And
He
She's
seems
gonna just
happy.
she's gonna wing, like she's gonna use like her what would have been like her wing, just to like mom arm. Just where are you going?
Cedar, we're in hell and someone is happy. As far
Oh,
as
we're
I'm
in the
concerned, this is good.
Shadowfell is not hell. Hell is apparently a very different place.
Okay, we're in the Shadowfell and someone's happy.
Hell is a very different place. It exists now. Believe you guys actually made it exist now. Believe it or
Straight to
not.
hell. Into where? Sorry.
Oh, I said hell exists now, and it was actually wasn't in existence.
Oops.
Woo!
Oh no.
We made hell.
No. As a Christian,
We
I feel
made
guilty about
Hades.
this.
If we say Hades, it doesn't piss off the Christians. Oh. Yes, I'm going to apologise in advance. I've been at work today, so if I say anything off the rails, which I normally do, it's because I've been around people, and I've had to be nice to them.
I like how that's the qualifier. I had to be nice to them.
Oh yeah, and I was at like a leaving party last night as well, so my social battery is fucked.
Oh dang.
Mm. But it's
But in
alright,
any
so I
case,
pizza and tiramisu. Anyway, yeah, let's.
but so we stopped Gale from just charging forward.
I want to go in the happy water.
We can go over there just carefully.
Oh, okay.
We just don't need to run ahead at the very first person, I swear. Kiddos, no toast until we are out of people. No, I have not forgotten.
I don't think we need food anymore.
I'm just saying, as a principal, I don't want to see you get randomly poisoned again.
I would get completely fucked in a whole different way down here.
All right, let's go meet the happy person. Let's go.
We
Just
are here.
Fixing camera.
No worries. Oh, right
Cameras
before this, Cedar's gonna turn to Gail and Leah and go, so I told Kiddis this, but according to that captain guy, Silvico isn't dead.
What?
Oh, the
Colossal paedophilic prick. That's all you really need to know.
there's words for that. Yeah, that is.
We thought we killed him, and he's
He
not
exploded.
dead.
No, apparently he's not.
He exploded to Kingdom Come.
I know, but I asked the
Not like that,
ferryman.
Leah.
Oh,
I-
wait.
What?
Made of goo. Really weird, really creepy. Yeah,
Wait, you gotta say that again. You cut out a
Yeah,
bit.
you're cutting in and out.
like man made of goo, really creepy, really weird.
Owlin made of goo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not dead.
You knew him?
Leah.
I didn't know it was him.
Leah. Explain.
No, that's.
Okay, so
I'm
I was
so
doing
confused.
something nice, right? And I transferred my bonding poison to a bird. That bird flew to your home, infected 4
Okay.
people, 3 people, and those 3
Okay.
people went to go figure out whatever the hell was going on in your home because I told them to. And when
Okay.
they got to whoever was running the country, It wasn't
Kelly?
whoever was running it. Yes, it wasn't that. It wasn't her.
What do
Wait,
It
you,
was
what?
him.
what do
It
you
was
mean?
Mr.
What do
Goo.
you mean it wasn't Pelly?
It was
What do you
Mr. Goo.
mean?
I heard it. What
So-
do you mean? What do you mean?
So, so you're telling me
Yes.
that my sister, who I thought double crossed me and betrayed me, and
Was Mr.
has
Goo.
been replaced by Silvico,
wait,
Yeah.
wait.
now in danger again.
Where's
He's
Pelly
on the
in all
throne
this?
again after I went through
I
all
don't
that
know.
trouble to get elected.
Also, who are the 3 people that you somehow infected?
Uh, we had an elf. We had a dwarf. We had a gnome. That's all I know.
Okay. Was Dimrin one of them? She's a dwarf?
Please tell me
No,
no.
no.
Please tell me
no.
okay.
Oh. That's alright.
Okay, thank you for not
That
sending
one I know.
Dimrin.
No, no,
Oh.
no. These were people that were already there.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. That's a
Oh.
lot to take in. But you know what? With everything else taken in, for some reason, I don't have any panic right now.
So hey,
Yeah.
ta-da! Your sister's not a prick.
I mean, silver lining, I guess.
Silver coat on.
I believe we just got a question. Are they dead? Question mark.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. We haven't finished the lost episode.
At some point, I really want Ren to just message Seaver through sending.
Yes,
Mm,
Well,
we
I
need that.
think the moral of the story is they will be soon. But anyways,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. So I just figured that I should share that with y'all.
Huh.
Mind you,
And now
at this
there's a
point in
lot
the
more to take in. Yes, Kittis.
At this point in the conversation, Kittis has now already wandered off. She's just like, okay, that was the information I needed, and you guys are making this take too long. So she just like wanders over to the blue dude. That's like the kind of like she's like, I assume he owns this place.
I guess problem for later because we can't do anything about it here. Shalius is very dead though, so you know we got one of them.
I'm glad we got that one, given he took my arm and my leg.
Yeah, that's the guy that took Gail's arm and leg.
Oh, wait. If I slap somebody, does it hurt? In the Shadowfell, I mean, not just
Like
in
as a
general. I
ghost?
know it.
I don't know. I mean, I was able to like use my wing to like stop you, so I don't know if that.
Yeah, but it's not the same as like physical pain stimuli.
True.
Quick, Leah, slap me.
and Leah's just gonna fucking backhand Gale.
Oh,
Did it work?
Roll a d4 plus your strength modifier.
Okay.
the things we prioritize in this game.
Quick, punch me in the face. Bang!
It's like I need you to punch me in the face.
That's 14
Did you
points
not
of
hear me?
damage.
Punch me in the face. Whenever
Solid.
you talk, I hear you.
Sorry. Yeah.
14 points of damage.
Yep.
Holy
Uh-huh.
shit balls.
But I will say it is Leah, so cut that in half because she would not be going full force.
7 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Gale is down. No.
Oh, we gotta rest
Okay, yeah.
on the boat.
Long rest.
Oh, we got the rest of the boat. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to let you know.
That's fine.
Harry, just to catch you up, it wasn't because of the boat. It was kind of because we died and reset.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good point to clarify. Thank you. Yes, when you
Who
popped back
thought
into
dying would
this
make you feel so
existence,
rested?
yeah, you just kind of reset.
Quite literally, I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Kid has already gone over to the dude, and so she started talking while the punch happened.
Oh, shoot. You good there?
Yeah, they just sort of spits out a tooth.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's a
Ow.
ghost tooth.
Wait, is there a ghost tooth there, fairy? No, don't answer that. Don't answer that. I'd be terrified
I don't
if
want
there
that
was.
answer.
So
Yeah.
interestingly enough, we'll play that out. You imagined that taking that force of that blow would have like you would have lost a tooth. So in a way, you actually did just lose a tooth and spit it out.
Kid's
Oh,
just
that
like,
hasn't happened in a few years. Ow. Ow.
Oh.
Kidis is at the dude, and she's like, hello, and then also like, and she says hello right when the punch behind her happens.
What is the sound of one hand clapping?
So he kind of looks behind you, shrugs his shoulders, and then flexes for you, and it's like, oh, ha, and he's just like being a buff guy in front of you, and he's like, what brings you to my humble abode, child? And he's just like, flexing.
Is that buff Colonel Sanders?
It's new in town, so we're kind of exploring.
I put a picture of him up for you guys in the maps if you want.
Oh, let's have
Oh
a look.
shit!
He's Bronson! Holy cow!
Love it.
When you ask AI Art to make Alex Armstrong,
Nice.
or was it Alex? Was it? I forget his real name. I think it was Alex Armstrong, right? Yeah. I think he went by Louis Armstrong in the anime, but his actual name was Alex. You guys ever seen Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
There you go.
Getting that
Brotherhood or regular?
Same difference. He's in both.
Oh, I've not seen either.
Why'd you ask then?
I don't know. So I could see what it was for reading purposes, I guess.
So mad. So you're like, was it this one or this one? I was like, oh, he's in both. You're like, I didn't read them. Okay.
Well, that's
You
this
lose-
session's
you
stupid
just
Harry
lost-
moment.
5 more.
Tune in next time
You
for
just
more.
lost 5 life out of nowhere for no reason, other than because I said so.
I think Leo punches me in the gut.
Yeah.
just because.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt so. Oh!
Leah! That one wasn't necessary.
Just get full on
If he hasn't
suplex.
seen the show, it was.
We should go find Kittis. Oh my gosh.
So he
But
begins
you-
to. Yeah. So he's just like kind of flexing in front of you, and he's like, "What can I get for you?"
We're just new here, so we're kind of exploring.
Exploring. We came to the right place. I'm the only place in town you can find happiness. And he's like, but happiness is admiring me. And he just kind of like flexes again.
Do you like bottle it? He's just kind of like trying to figure out how you sell happiness.
It's like, no, I express it. And he just kind of looks at you confused. It's like, don't you feel it? And he's like, and he flexes again.
I felt happy since I got.
Roll a charisma saving throw again, because he's like, don't you feel it? And then he like flexes, but he almost like has a light behind him shining, casting on you, and like kind of a shadow appears behind you just from
He's
how
got a
bright
ring
he
light.
is.
Ew.
What'd you roll?
Rolled a 2.
You are enthralled by it. Like you, for just like 30 solid seconds, just stare into him, and you just feel good, but you are just checked out for a couple of moments.
I'm assuming by this point everyone else has walked up.
If they did, they kind of see you just staring at a really buff, flexing guy.
Okay then. Just when I think this can't get
Hello.
weirder.
It's like, hello, welcome to my humble abode. What can I get for you?
It is very humble. Yeah. Hi. You're a happy guy, aren't you? I like it.
Yes. Happiness is my game. I like to be a beacon of light and hope for those around. And he like flexes directly at Kittis again, and I'm gonna need another charisma saving throw.
Okay. Let's try this one. Let's see, 15, and Leah's close by, so I'm assuming 21.
Yep.
21.
And so you kind of zonk out of it a little bit, but you still feel the pool. And there's kind of like a golden shimmer around your aura now and in your shadow that you're casting onto the ground.
You're like a drug.
Oh no.
Oh.
I think most feelings are like drugs, right? They just affect you a little different here, and he just kind of gives you like one of the like small like forearm flex. He's like,
Is that true, Ryan?
Hey, Doku.
what's up?
As Leah notices this guy flexing at Kidis, she's just gonna, like, for shits and gigs, see what happens and start flexing back at him. The 23 in performance.
23 in performance.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. I love it. So
She's not wearing any armor. So.
Please tell me she's still wearing clothes.
Oh, yes.
That's alright then.
So he smiles at you extremely big, and then like, so you did a 23 in performance, and you just have this like glow of kind of like a tan and brown, polished tan and brown. Think tiger's eye stone, right? Where just a polished tiger's eye just kind of starts to fill the bar, and he smiles really big, and he laughs, and he's like, a welcome friend, and he flexes right back for you. So go ahead and do a charisma for yourself.
Okay. 25.
Nice. So you kind of see his glow of just golden shimmer and your tiger's eye glow, and they seem to actually just kind of like bouncing back and forth, almost in like an anime when someone's stronger than the other, and like the little bar kind of goes back and forth, and you guys actually begin balancing kind of back and forth, flexing, and each one of you guys is kind of taking turns flexing, but no one is overpowering the other. However, the entire bar is getting filled with this residual, and all of the people that were just kind of sitting at the tables, their bodies staying forward, but all of their heads are turned to just kind of watch the show as you two powerhouses are just kind of going back and forth, flexing and like grunting at each other.
Hell yeah.
That's a weird turn of phrase.
Peter's just confused.
Are you another soul?
No, I'm a little bit more than a soul. Don't you recognize greatness? And he does like a big double-armed flex, and it just like, you can almost hear the shimmer as it like permeates through the entire bar.
This is your domain.
Ain't it just? I found in the beginning, when I tried to take it by force, people would fight me. Now I just freely welcome people in for the good time. And he just does a huge flex again, and he like bounces one of his chest muscles back and forth, back and forth.
Peter's just confused. She's just like, what is happening?
How
Just
do I
kinda like,
become like you?
hey, I'm done.
And
And
he's-
just kind of walks away.
And he-
You're just kind of like, okay then. And just starts to walk away.
so you start to walk
Sita,
away.
no.
I need a charisma saving throw with disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Okay.
And he was like, well, and then he kind of stops flexing and wraps his arm around Gale, and it's just powerful force, but it seems to just be flooding into you as he physically touches. And he's like, you do 100 sit-ups a day. You do 100 push-ups a day. And then you run 100 kilometers. That's how you become like me.
11 with Leah's buff.
You stop dead in your tracks, and you turn back around to enjoy the show.
Here we
Wait.
go. Dang it.
if I do those things, will I be able to kill people with one punch, man?
You can kill people with one punch, man. You can kill any person, monster, or being with one punch. In fact, things would be so easy for you. And he's like, watch. And he picks up a chair and he punches it and it shatters into like 10,000 splinters.
That is amazing.
Give me 1 second.
I want to do that. I want to do this. Leah,
Mhm.
make me
Yeah.
strong.
I got you.
Yeah. Because I am a twig.
Yeah.
And so is my character.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Oh, man. Also, I hate to be that guy, but the picture that Doku has looks like Charles Bronson, who, if you don't know, was known as like the UK's most violent prisoner. And he had like the mustache and everything.
A little bit of deep lore there.
Yeah.
You need to get going because I do have a show to get to.
Okay.
All
So-
right.
Oh, dang.
Bye.
Have fun.
Have a good
See
time.
See you later, Therese.
See
Best
ya.
of luck.
See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
See ya.
It's funny.
Okay,
You
so now what?
so you,
I'm just kind of standing there.
yeah. So you're just kind of enthralled, and you're like just super into it for a second, and then after about 10 seconds, you snap out of it, and you just feel good being here and around him, and it almost makes you kind of not want to leave, but you snap out of it after a few minutes, or well, about 30 seconds or so.
Oh yeah, this is probably what he was talking about.
Hmm?
Probably what the ferryman was talking about. Hey, can we have a sidebar real quick? Sidebar?
You can have the whole
Yeah,
Just trying
bar.
to,
sure.
like,
It's
Just acting
completely
real
open.
casual.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What's up,
remember
Caesar?
what the ferryman said about you know, making sure that we don't that we just keep going, don't get tempted by like whatever different like gods and goddesses offer us.
Let's say no, but okay.
Well, we need to do that, and I think this is trial number 1.
I need
Oh.
perception checks at disadvantage from all of you.
Oh no.
8.
Perception.
Okay, perception.
Do we get a +6 from?
Nope, that's just
No.
saved.
Okay. That's cool.
Where did my perception
That's
go?
a 9.
19.
That's a 16.
So his base roll was 19, which is the best part about this. So
Yeah.
as you guys are discussing, he's just right there, and he's literally got his arms around Leah and Gale as Cedar's talking, and none of you notice as you guys just kind of continue talking for a second.
Please tell me at some point Cedar notices, because I have a funny idea for that.
Go ahead and keep talking. I'll let you know when you notice.
Okay. So yeah, I think that this is like maybe the first of those, and we need to maybe keep moving, kind of see where else in the city, because I don't know where we need to go, but I know there was that huge big gate, and we're supposed to try and bypass that, because he said we can technically bypass the Judgment Gate, and I think we should try, because
Mhm.
I'm not exactly wanting to go through Judgment yet, because I don't want to be permanently dead.
You won't be permanently dead. Why would you be permanently dead? Don't say stuff like that, Cedar.
I mean, I don't want us to, like, I don't want this to be it. I want to go back, fix things, actually kill Silvico. Not out of a vengeance thing, but more like because the dude needs to die.
Catharsis, that sort of thing.
Well, yeah. And basically, I've got some ideas and plans, and, right, we need to. The red Fey Queen's still in a jar somewhere. We gotta take care of that.
Oh God, yes.
We totally haven't taken care of that. So, you know, there's kind of a
Oh.
bit of a to-do list before I am at least allowed to, like, be dead.
I feel like maybe
In my
should we do like Red Fey Queen first and then circle back on? No, because Silverco needs to die.
You're right now the priority is get back up to the material plane.
Why is this swing so hard?
And to not I also want to get rid of this whole loaf thing, because whatever like soul mark tattoo thing is there, it has eyes now, Gale. There's
What?
50 eyes on that thing.
And just as you guys are
50?
talking, he's like, "Oh yeah, you're not getting out of here with that thing." And you all just kind of notice him now as he was talking.
How do you move so
Oh.
quietly? That is freaky. I should have been able to hear that. Wow. Okay.
What?
I'm an owl and I should hear that.
Well, you just got to pay attention.
I don't know about him though. Just point to I don't know about him though.
Paying attention is key down here.
There's a lot to pay attention to. We died just recently, so that's a lot to take in.
Well, you died. I mean, you were summoned here, right? You got pulled down here. You got a job
I guess.
to do.
I have no idea what that job is. Also, I don't want to do it.
It's probably got something to do with the war.
I don't want to fight in a war.
Well,
The war?
That's what you got pulled
Which
down
war?
here for, right? And he kind of points to your chest.
I don't know. All I know is there were spiders.
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
when
whoa,
your
whoa, whoa,
deity
whoa,
is a
whoa, whoa, whoa.
spider.
How do I
What
undo
war?
that?
You guys are just asking a lot of questions. I think you need to relax. And as he kind of like, he says that, he like pulls you all really close. And I want,
No.
I need a strength,
Peter's
a
like,
strength
no.
save, a strength save from all of you.
Okay.
Strength
And you do
save.
get my buff for this one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because I have a
Dirty
minus
20.
1.
Just the sheer amount of I don't want to be touched by stranger is what gives Peter
17.
strength.
29.
Dirty 20.
I'm Tweeg.
Oh, he only got a
I was
19,
weak.
oddly enough, which is hilarious because he had advantage with a +8. So I just rolled really
Dang.
bad. So so anyone that got higher than a 19 is able to just kind of slip out, which I believe
Nope.
was Cedar and Leah. And you see kind of Gale just get this hug from behind where he's just kind of draping himself around you now in like this cuddle, and you just feel super comforted by this for some reason.
I'm not normally a hug person, but this is kind of nice. I'm conflicted.
It's like, well, yeah, ever since the old boy got back into town, people have been fighting over territory. He kind of came back and claimed what was his, you know? And now everybody's just in a tuffle.
Who's this old guy?
The old guy. You guys...
Yeah, just saying that twice
No
doesn't define
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, well...
Repeating it doesn't help.
It's kind of hard to explain a concept of pure elemental energy.
You could try using words, that always helps.
So imagine all of the air and wind and all of the mortal plane condensed into a single being that controls it all. Well, he came back
Gale?
down to Shadowfell and kind of claimed out his piece, right? But the problem with that is that domain was split up amongst a lot of other unsavory folk down here. So they're calling their people back left and right to come fight for them.
Does this old guy have a name?
Old man Tempest. All of air.
I'm gonna beg your finest pardon. What?
My finest of pardons is yours, young lady. And he kind of just smiles at you really big, this huge toothy grin.
She does that kind of like, you know, when you're passing a stranger smile, just kind of like the, like.
That's just my normal face.
Old man
Yeah.
Tempest, you're just bad with words, but that's okay, because at least you're pretty. And he just kind of smiles again. It's just... This old man Tempest came to town, started messing up this whole domain, and then as he says this, like, he pulls out Kittis's mirror from her, like, pocket. and kind
That's
of,
intrusive.
and he
How
kind
did
of,
you do that without her killing you? Cedar's got other questions.
you're in my house. I do what I want.
Doesn't mean you can.
Yeah, but
You
that's a
don't- you-
kiddiss. You just risked your life. Frankly, that was the most impressive thing that I've seen you do.
Yeah, she's okay, isn't she? And he smiles at her, and you just see her like 1,000 yard stare, like she is not here, just staring at him.
Oh, she's gone.
And you
Get
see,
it?
and he kind of points to the mirror where the cracks are, and you see this area right here. That's old man Tempe's, and it's like probably a fifth of the entire mirror. This one cracked section, and he's like, "That's where he is." And then he kind of points right next to it, and be like, "That's where your mother is." And he kind of points to Cedar, and then points to this like
Don't call Wolf that.
this like domain here.
She's very deadpan. No.
I mean, and from the looks of you, and he kind of points at your chest, and I want you to roll an insight check.
All of us.
Just Cedar, with disadvantage.
Insight. Oh, with disadvantage. Okay.
Mhm.
8.
And so you subconsciously look down, and he like whoop, and then flips up your nose and your chin, and does that little like prank thing that he used to do in school. And he's like, "Yeah, you're." It's like, you got work to do soon. You're talking about getting out of here and bypassing gates, but you were called down here, and I guess they followed you, so hopefully they'll help you get your work done.
How do I undo the whole Lolth thing?
Well, you either got to talk to her, you got to do the job, or you could kill her.
I like the last one.
I like the last one.
You can talk to
I'm going to
her,
advocate for murder, but spider.
talk to her, do the job, or kill her.
Okay. Good to know. I'm guessing she's not a real talkative sort, though.
I don't know. She sends her people in every once in a while. I heal them up nice and pretty, and then I send them on their way. Gail, roll a perception for me.
Oh no.
Perception. Just straight?
Just straight.
With disadvantage?
No, just straight.
Okay, great. 19.
You notice that the wound that you got and the tooth loss that you got from Leah is gone. And you are completely healed, and the tooth is back in your mouth.
Oh, nice.
And where you were hurt, there is just kind of gold glitter.
What the? I'm gold and blue.
Red, gold, and blue. Come, my little Gail. Anyway, sorry.
What? What?
I was trying to do a Comer Chameleon, but anyway, I am no bard, so I'm just going to continue on.
That was sounding kind of sus.
But yeah, so
Huh. Good to know. So like, would we have to go in the direction of like Lolth's domain? Oh, I don't want to go there.
I mean, your journey is up to you guys down here, really. I mean, that's what we're all here for.
I mean, yes, but we don't know what we're doing.
I mean, does anybody?
That's the problem.
I mean, how do you start an adventure? You need to learn. Nobody knows how to handle death. It just exists. You're sent
I
down
thought we
here.
started
It's
adventure
nothing.
by firing the adventurer's pistol.
It's like
Gosh dang it, Harry.
it's like if you ascended to the heavens, would you know how to be an angel?
No,
If you
I barely know how to be an owlin. Let's be real.
if you got sent to the
Great
abyss,
job.
would you know how to be a jailer?
I mean,
Jail's
I
more of a
assume-
job, though. You'd sort of learn on with experience, right?
Exactly. And your job now is to navigate your death's journey.
Okay then. Thanks.
You're welcome. And he's flexes again. It's just like there's like 3 back-to-back like half-second like super poses.
Cool.
Should we head out?
I might have an idea.
Oh yeah, I'm all ears.
Well, you want to kill Lolth. I want to kill Lolth because spiders. Kid has been talking about killing Lolth for ages, and
Oh
Kid
yeah.
is still out of it. If Tempest is in a turf war and
Just-
Lolth is on the other side of that, as much as I hate to say it, maybe we go to him.
Are you
If-
comfortable with that? I mean, if I'm reading the situation right, is that your dad?
I mean, he could be, but I mean, he doesn't have any bearing on me. If he is my dad, I just have his DNA. That's it. Like, he didn't raise me. He, aside from being one half of me, he's nothing to me.
Yeah.
He was never part of my life. I was never part of his life. We have no connection. However, if we are going to fight a god and try to kill them, it makes sense to have another god on our side. I mean, Fae Queens are all very well and good. And I love Aquafania, she's great. But from what I've been gathering about Tempest, not me Tempest, but Tempest,
Weird facet
Daddy
of this.
Tempest.
I
that
don't like
was weird to
that.
say. Yeah, I don't like that at all either.
Daddy
Never,
Tempest.
never say that again.
I love Daddy Tempest.
Never say that again.
I've been calling him
Cedar
Tempy
just
this
goes-
whole time because I haven't thought of a name, so I was thinking of a temp name, but Daddy Tempest is perfect.
You were thinking
No,
of a
please,
temp
no.
name?
Yeah, that's why I was calling him Tempy.
Cedar goes, no, please no,
Yep, Daddy Tempest.
and more no.
That's
yeah.
weird. That's weird.
No,
Not
you're
even
the-
I'm calling him that.
Nope, you're making it
And
weird.
I might be his son.
You're making it weird. Daddy
Okay,
Tempest.
well,
Just,
I hate
just say
this.
it. And he like flexes, and all 3 of you need to make a charisma saving throw.
do we
28.
get the little buff?
21.
That's 19.
All right.
I couldn't do maths then for a second.
So all of you get the urge to say Daddy Tempest, but then decide against it at the last moment.
Daddy cool.
Stop that. Cedar just looks at the guy and goes, stop. Just stop.
Anyway,
So past done at this point. No,
Embrace the goodness in your hearts.
that wasn't good though.
the goodness in my heart is bread. Anyway, what I've been gathering about
Brad?
Father is that he is a very ancient, very old entity.
Yeah.
He possibly was a part of creation before Lolth. So if we have someone like that on our side, even if we just have some of his like minions, I guess, helping us, that could prove to be quite advantageous.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
along the way, maybe I get to know a little bit more about him as opposed to strange guy who knew my mum for like 5 seconds and that was it.
as long as you're comfortable with that, then I say we give it a shot.
See, with all due respect, I left my comfort zone behind long, long ago.
That's valid.
Right now, I'm just rolling with the punches, and this seems like the best shot we have if we are planning on killing her. I just want to double check we are planning on doing that because I know Killis
Roll a
again.
dex save.
What, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you get the buff.
It's not going to do much difference because that's a natural 1.
So,
Oh no.
So the moment Gale says roll with the punches,
Oh no.
a fist, poof, punches his back right shoulder with such force that Gale kind of falls down to the ground on his face, and then you just see the barkeep, but you don't take any damage.
Ow!
It hurts
Wait.
for a second, but like the moment it hurts, just gold glitter repairs what broke. But I want a perception check from Leah and Cedar.
13.
16.
Okay. Um, so what you both kind of see, and Cedar in a lot more detail, is that when he was punched, he like broke off, and his armor kind of just turned into like a gas, let's say, like a noble gas, as it kind of cooked off for a second, and then when he was laughing, the gold shimmer actually then re-solidified the armor on the shoulder and the piece of him that actually broke off. But when he broke, it was when he got punched, it was a piece of armor, but also like his shoulder, his flesh, his bones, like everything just kind of turned into a gas for a second and then reformed and hardened with the gold shimmer from the laughter.
When Gale gets punched, she's gonna be like, hey, no.
Ow!
He said he was rolling with the punches.
I didn't mean literally.
How am I supposed to know that? He just kind of
It's a
continues
figure of
laughing.
Don't
speech.
punch
Even I know
people.
what
I
those are.
punch people. You can't tell me what to do.
Don't punch him.
What do you say?
Ow.
What?
What do you say?
It should be common courtesy not to punch people
No.
if they haven't done anything to you.
No.
That's what I
I
say.
was nice to
You-
you, dude, and then you brought up Daddy Tempest, and it still feels gross.
Gale,
I
how do you
didn't
agree
mean
that
it.
phrase never exited your mouth again?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Coming to someone else's house, can't even use courtesy phrases. Good luck facing judgment. No wonder you want to avoid it, meanie.
Hey,
Hey, no,
No,
come on.
courtesy
come on, she's not mean.
courtesy is not punching somebody who didn't do anything.
He said, roll with the punches, so I punched him.
But I didn't mean, hey, my guy.
Gale, don't invite more. I feel like if you finish that sentence, he's gonna punch you again.
Big toothy grin.
Yeah, okay, no, I'm definitely right. I don't need to know divination magic to know this.
Yeah, I'm starting to sense that.
Okay. Well, it was meeting you, and we will see you later. Thank you for the healing and random happy mood swings, I guess. Okay, and she's just gonna like put a hand on Kittis's shoulder. All right, we're gonna go start that adventure now. You know, oh, how do we start an adventure? This is how. Okay, just
And he
like walking off, dragging Kittis.
he lets go of one
Where's the
final
adventure
flex, and he goes, "Good luck getting there and starting your journey." And he just kind of laughs. And go ahead and roll an insight, Cedar, because you were the one kind of dismissing him.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Insight. What is my insight?
15.
Okay. Even with that, that's kind of enough to know that he meant something behind those words, and that he knows something you don't.
She's gonna, after getting Kittis outside, first priority, she turns around. You want to elaborate? Just out of curiosity, do you have any more to say?
And he kind of snaps his finger, and both of the quiet knights that were guarding the door kind of place their hands on your shoulder.
No, thank
And
you.
you just hear a whisper in each one of your ears, in multiple different languages, all at the same time. What did they say? The space between here and there is not empty, and it's not
Okay.
up for grabs. And they shove you out.
Hey, yeah. Give me just a sec. Peter's gonna wait outside for the other two. with Kid. It's just kind of, hey, hey. Like,
Is she
trying to, like,
okay? What's happening?
I don't know. I don't know what
This
to
is
do with
really,
this.
really weird.
This is weird, and I'm irritated.
Kiddos!
Um,
Kiddos, I'm gonna burn your toys! Wow, nothing, okay.
wow.
She is really whammied.
I'll just
I
kind of,
didn't mean it! I'm sorry!
probably a good thing to say, just so that when she does snap out of whatever this is, she doesn't, like,
Kill
throttle
me.
you.
Again.
Yeah. um,
Trying to find good Shadowfell City music and
Why is the Shadowfell going so hard?
I feel like we
The
need to get a place
vibes,
to
man.
stay for the night. Or at least to kind of, I don't know if we necessarily need rest, just to kind of
Yeah, is that even how the
decompress a little,
Shadowfell works?
wait for whatever this is, and she kind of gestures to Kittis's 1,000-yard stare to wear off,
so
and
she
the three of
kind of,
us can explore the city.
after a couple of moments, she'll kind of come back to about 30 seconds or so, 30 seconds to a minute. She'll kind of come back to.
Okay, there we are. Good. Okay. So that was weird.
Yeah. Why did he punch me?
I don't know.
I checked to make sure he's not in earshot, just in case.
No, but you do hear laughter and thrashing about from the inside of the bar.
Oh no, he's punching someone else. Okay, let's just move.
Yeah, we should leave.
What's interesting, though, is as you look back, you can't see in even though the door is open.
That is... Oh, Kanza-fucky. Okay, let's go find like somewhere we can rest. If such a place even exists in the Shadowfell.
Yeah, at the very least, we can walk around the city, kind of get our bearings.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
About how long do you
We,
think you'll walk around?
I don't know. How long do y'all think?
As long as it takes. I don't know.
Maybe like an hour or two, kind of get a good lay of the land.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
So, as you guys
dead
travel throughout the
land.
hour, I just wanted to explain a couple of just some things to help kind of quantify. As you begin to walk around, you don't remember the last time you've eaten, but since you've been here, you haven't found yourself hungry, or hungrier, let's say, than what you last were. You haven't had to use the restroom, although walking around you have seen some of the creatures just express themselves. You don't really know what it is, but it does have a smell as they kind of just let it out. And you guys don't really feel extremely tired. Like walking around, you can kind of start to feel like the muscle soreness from just like walking normally for an hour, but it doesn't seem as say strong as it would normally.
This is really weird.
Yeah, being dead feels weird.
Yeah. Oh, okay, you're just peeing wherever you want. I guess there's no lines for the women's bathroom here. Okay, this is
Creatures are
weird.
really weird looking. Like, is that what souls look like?
I think that's kind of rude. No, you're not weird looking. You're beautiful in your own way.
No, I mean, like, but like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm just trying to take in. I don't even know what species that would have been.
I guess
I'm
we're all the
fascinated.
same. I guess we're all the same in the Shadowfell. That's
Yeah.
kind of weirdly wholesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
for a
and
bunch of
the
dead people.
ferryman guy basically said that this is the second time I've had a life with the name Cedar, and I have no idea what that's supposed to mean because I don't remember anything other than
Wait, are we saying reincarnation is a thing?
yeah.
Oh
I
my
guess
goodness,
this
that
is my
makes a lot of
second run.
sense.
I guess this is my second run being Cedar. I don't know.
That makes a lot of sense.
Can I get a dexterity saving throw from all of you?
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. 12.
25.
16.
Okay.
And Cedar, you did use my buff, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
did. That was with the buff.
So
That's depressing.
a
I know, right?
a wraith kind of appears in front of you all as you walk, and just randomly screams at you at the top of your lungs, at the top of its lungs, and you kind of, both Gale and Leah reflexively are like, "Oh no, none of this," and they kind of try to shoo it away. But when you guys look back at Cedar, there's almost like a black miasma now, just kind of circling around her body, touching her skin almost as it just kind of spins around her. Um, but aside from a visual effect, it really doesn't seem to bother you too much, Cedar.
Ah, I don't like that. What is this?
Girls just try and shoo it away and just try and. It's like, get off her, get off her. What is.
Every time your hands go near it, it like disperses out into like 100 different small little sprites and then reforms on her body on a different spot, and then it's just kind of
Like
continuing
this.
to spin around her.
What is.
I don't like being dead.
No, I'm not a fan either. I miss food. I miss going to the bathroom and not being weird about it. I miss all
I
those awkward things that society has that we just have for some reason.
I can't feel my heartbeat, and that's been bothering me since the boat. This is just sensory hell.
I kind of get that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna be okay.
I hope so.
Hey, if you need to, just take my hand anytime. All right. Just
Thank you.
maybe something familiar might help. I guess.
I still feel bad that you all are here because of me, but I'd be lying if I said the company wasn't welcome.
Cedar, I would literally do anything for you. I have.
Yeah.
That's not
Thank you.
changing anytime.
Thank you. And I'll make this up to you all somehow. I mean, it's gonna have to be pretty big, whatever it is, but I will.
Cedar, you already have, for me at least. You don't have to do anything.
Oh no, you owe me big.
I know.
Yeah.
Just Steve just goes, yeah, I know.
But
Um,
seriously, don't even think about it.
Thank you. I guess we should keep walking around the city, find somewhere to
Yeah.
spend the night. I mean, I don't know if there's really a day-night distinction here, but
Well,
you know,
preferably somewhere we're going to get peed on. That's kind of what I'm.
yeah,
Yeah.
or randomly punched or whatever that
Shat on
was.
from a great height.
Yeah. Um. All right. I'm gonna look around for, I guess, an inn or at least someone I can ask.
Well, there are tons of what you saw about. Like I said, some are more human-like than others. You did have the elf race, which always seem kind of busy in where they go. You have the different forms of the creatures you saw. So there definitely are things around if you wanted to try to talk to them or interact with them. As you walk around, you do notice that there are various empty buildings, and some of them are full, but the owners of the buildings seem to be changing as people will go in and like just kind of throw them out and then claim it, and then a couple minutes later someone else will try to come in and claim it and either get it or get kicked out themselves, and so there seems to be a small fight over every scrap of space, but there doesn't necessarily seem to be an inn. You have a couple of places that have those lanterns, which you can't see into the buildings, much like the bar, but are the only places that really feel welcoming. Everywhere else just seems to be a free for all, but not necessarily violent.
So we can either go to a place with lanterns, or we can try and just secure an area for ourselves.
Let's try lanterns first. That way we can all actually rest properly, somewhat, right?
Yeah, I like that plan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if maybe one of the locals has any good recommendations. I don't know. I also kind of want to see what language people speak down here.
Yeah.
Hello? Hi there.
So what do you try talking to? Cloaked, uncloaked, and what size? Was it the two-headed guy? Was it one of the little dudes with the razor mouths, or the webbed fingers?
I want to talk to one of the little dudes. I want to talk to one of the little dudes with the razor mouth. They're so. It's like a so ugly it's cute kind of thing, you know?
You're
He's just
my
a little
bestest
guy.
friend. I will cut you.
Love
Don't
it. Okay.
cross me, motherfucker.
Let me see. What do you speak? Okay.
That was distinctly goofy, wasn't it? The voice.
That sounded a bit more like Barney.
The big purple dinosaur.
So
I love you.
you
I'll cut you.
begin to kind of walk up to one of these and talk to it, and it kind of talks back in a tongue that you don't recognize. You can kind of maybe get bits and pieces of it, but the best part is I don't believe the language exists in 5e, and I'm just trying to double check that.
Would it be something that any of us could potentially recognize?
Let's see here, because I believe they're Shadow app or Shadow Speak. I'm pulling up a tab.
Shadow speak does not inherently exist.
It's technically Shadow Tongue, which I don't think exists
which
right
I think
now.
would have been replaced by Underdark in 5e, technically.
Yeah. So
right.
he starts by speaking in a language you don't understand at all. That just kind of sounds like, imagine Parcel Tongue from Harry Potter, where it's just like the whispers of a snake. And then you kind of hear coming from the creature a loud grumbling sound as it kind of keels over for a moment and then stands back up.
Are you okay?
And what language what are you saying it in?
I'm gonna start with common for now, just in just kind of the universal language, see if that works. But if not, I'll try and adapt.
It does actually, and you just kind of hear the words, "I'm hungry, I'm hungry," and like as he says that, he like opens his mouth, and the rows of shark teeth actually begin to kind of spin in a circle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's not entertain that.
Is there like a place that you can buy some sort of like soul food kind of deal? I don't know. Like food for dead people. I don't know what to call it.
New Orleans. It's where I get my soul food.
The second I said it, I was like, wait a minute.
I need my.
I was like, wait, that's an actual.
My Cajun and my Creole. Feed me.
The second I said that, I was like, wait, no, that's an actual cuisine.
Yeah.
I need my
bad.
my collard greens cooked in bacon.
Make me hungry.
hungry.
I know, right?
I don't know. I know what bacon is. I'm not sure what color greens is, but it sounds nice.
It's just a leafy vegetable.
Is there somewhere that you can buy food? I mean, they said we don't really eat down here.
Hungry.
I hear that, but I don't know how to help.
And he opens his mouth even more. And he's like, baby bird. Ah.
No, no,
Oh.
no.
I
No, thank you. Bye bye.
No, I'm so, do I have like a satchel still with me? Like, does my person, like, because you said we still kind of have the stuff that we died with.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you wanted to have, I mean, yeah, you would have some form of rations on you, probably dried meat or something along those lines.
I'm gonna take the rations. I'm gonna take the dried meat and just kind of like tear a little bit of it off and just kind of like throw it like into the mouth. Just here.
And as you do that,
You have teeth. I'm not chewing it for you.
as
You have teeth. I don't.
do that, another small mouth on the end of a tongue comes out of the throat
Why?
and grabs the meat that you just threw and like sucks it back down deep into his stomach, and his big mouth closes and just kind of chews and then salivates a little bit. And he was like, feels better. Feels
I'm glad.
Happy I could help.
How can I
I
help
even had 2
you?
mouths.
How can I help you? Do you feed? Do you hunger?
Is there a safe place to stay?
Only if you make it.
Hmm.
Make your safe place. But know that you have to be strong enough. And as he kind of continues to talk, he keels over and just kind of comes back up and opens his mouth up again and exposes his teeth that are like spinning in place, and you just hear a really loud grumble, and it just says hungry.
She's gonna take the rest of that piece of dried meat that she had, like that she kind of like tore a chunk off and like threw it to him to see if it would work, and she just gives him the rest. Okay. Looks like we'll have to make our own safe place.
I was hoping you wouldn't be saying that. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And this time it actually goes into his regular mouth, and he chews for a minute and then pauses. And then out of his bottom, the whole ration that you just fed him comes out in one piece. And he just kind of
No.
keels over again, and you just hear this grumble of his stomach as he begins to kind of just walk away slowly.
I feel sorry for him.
And I think we could
Okay.
probably take a $5 here, I think.
Yeah.
Use the restroom, refresh for a second.
After that,
Yeah.
whatever that
Probably
was.
the most
After chainsaw whirlpool teeth? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's...
nothing to do with the tormented soul. Just it was the teeth that got you. Got no, but
Just the second mouth, I'm just like seeing it animated in my head, just like the look of horror on Cedar's face is like this little alien, like just the like as she's trying to be nice and feed it, but it's like getting more and more horrifying. And she's like,
What is this place?
and that was
right,
the cute one.
like trying to
That
be
was
polite.
the cute one?
Harry, I mean, look, did you see the picture of all of them lined up to each other? That was the
No!
cute one.
I wasn't
Cedar
here
went
for
to talk to
that.
the least threatening one.
I didn't see that, no.
Before we
will
take
have
our
to-
fiver, could you show him the all of them?
Yeah, let me just find it really quick.
Please. Please show me.
Oh my gosh, no! Oh my gosh!
I had to be late because I was working.
No. Also, I just love how done Cedar was with the mustache guy. Just like, stop it.
Just whoa!
Yeah, Cedar went to the least threatening one.
There was
To
a
ask
What
for
in the
directions.
dead space?
there's a two-headed one as well, but those are
He's
what
got like
you
a
were
separate
dealing
head coming out of his neck.
with. Yeah, but all right, we'll take
I
a
mean,
quick fiver.
wow. Yeah, let's do
Great,
that.
see y'all in 5 minutes. Yeah, I've got to style the wig, finish the tail, and sew the last two pieces, like the last two dresses.
Yeah. I need to figure out
All
how
while
to do it
having to,
with and then dye it like early in the morning.
all while having to make sure that I keep up with class stuff and write a paper on pneumonia.
Oh my
I'm gonna be
goodness.
so dead next Sunday. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got the con.
no, on Saturday I have the con. Then on Sunday I'll be dead from
Oh.
all that.
Ah, right, gotcha.
I'll probably just wake up for D&D if we have it that day, and that's it. I'll
Yeah.
get up, play D&D, and then crash again.
That's
Wow.
honestly that's fair. That's fair.
Ah.
Thing is, it's been really nerve-wracking at work because I think on like Friday, not my boss, but one of my co-workers that looks after volunteers and that, came in with a cold. I was like, stay away.
Mm.
Someone else wasn't feeling well today and went home early. I was like, stay away because I do not want to catch anything and miss out because it is going to be fucking awesome.
We're gonna have so much fun. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I want to meet Neil Newbin.
So do I, darling. Honestly, like posting on Tales of Harry is just sort of hyped up a little bit more for me. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know why.
saw
It's just actually
that.
putting it on there, and there's a little sticker as well because I figured
Cool.
out how to do that. I'm amazed I managed to figure out how to do half the stuff I put up on there this week.
It's fun. It's a fun learning process. I want to get
So I
back
can,
into editing and like posting my videos again. It's just been
Yeah.
like I've just been trying to juggle a lot right now.
yeah, that is the one
Um,
thing. It's why I'm happy I can schedule stuff because it just means that
Oh,
I
yeah.
can just like plan it and then that's it.
Yeah, the problem is I
Um,
got to sit down and like make sure the video is what I want it to be. Make sure I type in the captions and all, and then
Yeah.
make sure like, yeah. So I gotta like
I
sit
always
down
find the
and
captions
actually
just
do that.
takes the long. I always find like the not the caption stuff, but it's the hashtags always take the most time.
Oh yeah. Well, I actually have like a list that I have
Hmm.
saved for like different characters and stuff that I just copy and paste because it's like the same, like it's the same hashtags for the same characters.
Yeah.
Like if I decide to post Kaminari, I just go back to one of my Kaminari posts, hit the edit button, copy everything, and then just go back to it and then paste, and then it's got all the hashtags.
Yeah.
Good times. We're
That's
live, just so you're aware.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello,
That's fine. We
everybody.
weren't saying anything. We weren't saying anything that would get us cancelled or anything. So
For once.
I would have stopped you.
you beat me to it.
Wait, did you?
What?
What?
Wait, did you say something? Who beat who to what?
Rain said for once, and I was thinking the exact
Oh,
same thing.
okay. I thought Rain said something different, and I was like, I'm gonna have to
No.
edit that
Yeah.
out.
Um,
I was like, gosh
Actually-
dang it, it's not at the beginning.
actually, before we continue, Sophie, do you want to announce what we're doing
Oh!
on Saturday? Because we haven't done that
All
yet. We
right.
haven't told anybody what's
Yeah,
going
if
on.
anybody is at MCM London on this Saturday, Harry and I will be there as Jester and Percy DeRollo from Critical Role. So
Percival, yes.
if we see y'all there, definitely come and say hello.
Is that the 26th?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the 26th. Yes,
All right.
that's it.
we'll be there
Um,
pretty much the whole day from
yeah,
like.
we've got the
11
11 till 7 general admission, so we'll be there
Yeah.
pretty much the whole day. And we promise not to be too weird or anything like that. When I say that, we're pretty fun being weird. It's cool. But yeah, it'd be really cool if anyone's there to say hi, and just to meet people. It'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it myself. It's gonna be the biggest con. It's the second con I've ever done, biggest one I've ever done, and it's also the first time I've like dressed up as a character outside of like Halloween, because somebody dragged me down that road kicking and screaming. I can't think of who
I've
that
done it again.
was.
I've done it again.
Yes, I've corrupted another mortal. Excellent.
But yeah, this will be the biggest con I've been to as well. So very excited. This has been one of my bucket list cons for a while. So very excited to finally get to go.
And the guest list is insane. Like, if
Oh my
anyone's
gosh,
going and hasn't
yes.
seen it, check it out because, oh my goodness.
If we run
I really want to meet
into
Alex Brightman.
Lana
I want to meet you.
Parrilla, I will also die because she was the evil queen in Once Upon a Time, and she was so cool.
Oh, I want to meet Alex Brightman because I want to just do something and
Yes.
just right at him. Mr. Brightman, sir.
Just make a video for Danny Mata because him and Alex Brightman just have some random beef for no reason.
Yeah.
I just feel old. Y'all are talking about like
Mr. Mudder, I made you another short
new and relevant things.
because I'm making everybody another short.
It's great.
All right, but yeah. So basically, long story short, we'll be there.
Yeah. If you guys are there, look forward to seeing you. If you're not, it'd still be cool to show you guys what
I'll
we're
be
doing.
painted blue.
And I'll have white hair. I'll also be posting stuff on the Tabletop Harry Instagram page over the course of the day. If you're not already following, why not go ahead and follow? I post some pretty
Oh,
cool
yeah.
stuff over there, and I've figured out how to use stickers and polls, so ha. Technology is my bitch now.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
It's what I tell
Well, we'll go
myself
with
to give myself
that. Yeah,
confidence.
totally go with that.
Yeah.
All right, back to the game,
Yeah.
please.
You guys are making me feel old. You're like, oh, I want to meet this voice actor who did this brand new thing, and in my head, I'm like, I just met Pinky and the Brain. Like,
Dude, I would love
What?
to meet Rob Paulson.
Oh, he seems like such a cool dude.
he flirted with everybody, and it was
I would kill to meet Rob
hilarious.
Paulson. Are you fucking kidding
Yeah.
me?
Did I?
That
I
would
thought
be
I
so
posted
cool.
it, didn't I? I thought I posted a picture.
Yes, you did. Yes, I
Yeah,
remember.
you did.
He is one hell of a guy. I will tell you that.
I bet.
He took one look at Christina, my partner, and he was like, "Hello, nerd," and I'm like, "You would, you would." It was pretty great.
That's hilarious.
But yes, so I hope you guys have tons of fun at your convention, meeting all your famous people.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I want to meet the voice actor for Astarion.
It's
I will
Britney,
confess,
bitch.
I am an Astarion girly.
So am I.
And Zoe, if you ever see this, yes, he is the better one, and I'm gonna go tell him that.
Hang on. If Zoe is watching, better Gale, okay? Like, I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. Gale is not pick me, and Gale does not eat magical objects and will fucking explode.
Gail can eat whatever he wants. Don't sell yourself short. I have plenty of unused tables. Okay, we can make one up.
This has been a fun little argument me and my friend have had since Baldur's Gate came out.
TLDR, don't pick magical hands that come out of portals.
I'd love the option where you can
There
just
might
give
be
him
a
a high
prick
five.
attached. That's perhaps I should have been more specific.
But yeah, in other news, back to the Shadowfell.
Back to the Shadowfell.
How?
Alright. Telling you, hell is a separate area.
I said the
I
Shadowfell.
know. I think Gail
I
said
said
hell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to pull out the wheel?
A fortune?
Alright, so yes, so you guys are kind of just aimlessly walking around the city, and again, you're just observing all these kind of lost souls. Occasionally, you bump into one, and the little guys seem to be hungry, but without detailed interactions, you don't really know the deals with too much of them. You're just kind of avoiding them where you can. So what do you guys want to do then? Did you want to try to find a place to rest for the evening? Did you want to make your way out of the city? Where do you guys want to go, or what do you want to do?
Okay. Should we rest here or just keep going? Because I mean, technically, we don't need rest, but it would still be probably a good idea to, I don't know, take a minute, absorb everything that's happened.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we can get anywhere because we're going to be constantly fighting off everything else, right?
True.
and we don't really need rest. I don't think. I could be really, really wrong.
I mean, my thought personally was, since we were told you don't find a safe place, you make a safe place.
Hmm.
Instead of holding up here in town, what if we go temporarily stake claim to an area, make our own safe place?
Okay, that could work.
Work. Maybe like a little outside of town. I will
Right.
say the two guard dudes said something about like the space between here and there isn't empty or something. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like, there's probably going to be people with domains out there.
Right.
Um, which gives me
But
some
then
questions, but
and I've already kind of thought this through a little bit. It's why I've been relatively quiet.
yeah, I was
Uh,
wondering about that.
given what we've been told about this area and about us in this area, saying that I might be the weakest and Gale might be the strongest,
Wait, they
if
didn't hear
anything.
that. No, y'all didn't
Okay.
hear that. That was just a conversation between me and the captain. I'm not.
Okay.
Do you really think Cedar's gonna
I
walk up to Leah and say, "Hey, my soul's stronger than yours"?
yes, because in this that's survival.
Okay, I think. Okay, yeah, but she hasn't said it yet, so I'm gonna have her
Okay.
say it now. Cause
Okay.
okay, sorry, I
Um.
just needed to
No,
clarify.
you're
I don't
good.
think that
No, no, thank
conversation's
you. The
happened
the
yet.
clarification was good. Um.
Um,
hmm
yeah, and apparently souls have like different strengths, um, that don't exactly correlate to physical.
Okay.
Please don't punch me when I say this next sentence.
hmm
And Cedar's gonna be kind of like moving to like have Gale between her and Leah.
What? Oh,
The
okay,
ferryman
fine.
said that technically mine is stronger than yours
Whose is the
because,
strongest though?
well, he said we can't figure out Kiddus, which understatement of the century.
hmm
And he was really ambiguous about Gale's too. Said something about his dad.
Okay.
I didn't
Oh,
like
That's
it either. And I said,
goody.
hey, my parents were pretty crappy too. But apparently mine weren't crappy on a cosmic level.
that's
Well,
actually a lot to work with.
I
Um.
mean,
And she
your
kind of looks
parents were
down at the
there.
pseudo dragon. No offense. Like, just looks at the little pseudo
Um.
dragon soul. Not much offense meant.
I mean, your parents were there. That's got to count for at least something.
Periphery, but yeah. No, I get what you mean.
Um.
Yeah.
Lee goes. So when we stake claim to an area, given that there's different levels of strength, if anything, Gale should be the ones to keep watch, because from what I've heard, he is the most soul strength that we're aware of, and I have the most physical strength.
Yeah.
I think he was pretty ambiguous about Gale's because I honestly guess that Gale would have had the strongest out of all of us.
Uh huh.
Wait,
But
why?
his answer was not necessarily.
Okay.
Why would I
So
have the strongest
Well,
soul?
then, who do we think has the
because you're the
strongest?
best of us, obviously.
I'm not, but thank you.
I
But
think that meant morally.
No, I've done some bad things.
Yeah, but not bad like the rest of us.
Leah, I told you about the scroll, right?
Uh huh. I told you
you
how I
literally
read
saw me
this,
go steal
right?
from a library, right? Like you watched me walk into that library and come back out. So I've done what you've done and more. I've literally stolen from people, like money. That's how I survived during my teenage years.
Right, but you didn't do it because you're evil. You did it because you had to survive. I mean, surely intention has a lot to do with that.
I mean, I assume
Like,
it does,
like,
No.
but I did have
Uh,
fun with it at times.
well, say for instance, if you accidentally kill someone, it's not going to be as bad as meaning to kill someone, right?
Judgment doesn't totally care.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, he's one of these. It's judgment one of these beings that doesn't look at the context.
Kinda. Kinda.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I don't know what that means soul strength wise.
Okay, well let's
So
figure
I guess
that out, and then let's go
yeah.
stake claim to an area.
Yeah.
Okay. But how do we figure that out? That's the next question.
Um, I don't suppose there's like a carnival-esque test your soul strength game,
That would be kind of interesting.
right?
Roll up,
You just
test your
hear
soul
you hear it in the
strength.
distance. Welcome, welcome. Test your met. No, I'm joking.
Okay. Oh, shit.
See a big carnival tent in the middle of the city for fucking some reason.
We hear test your metal and half the souls carrying like knives and forks.
Uh, but
Um,
hmm,
should
does
we
anyone have
like?
any ideas?
I mean, as
I don't
much
know
as I
how we
don't want to
test
have
that.
another conversation with one of those, I think maybe we ask one of the locals.
Yeah.
Well, let's maybe try not talking to the razor teeth people because they just seem hungry.
You
Yeah.
know what? I
Oh,
have
that
one I
sounds
want to go talk to. Let me try that.
okay. Thank you, Leah. I don't want to talk to the bigger ones, honestly.
Yeah.
And Leah's gonna go walk up to the one that has like the spider-esque appendages on its back.
Mm. No,
Okay,
no,
hold
buddy.
please.
um,
Get that nice and pulled up for you here in just a moment.
okay. Let me know when you're good.
Don't like the sound of this.
All right, so I got one
All
on
right.
screen for you. Is that the one you're
Perfect.
thinking of?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
That
Um,
does look like something out of Dead Space.
yeah, it does. Um, but so Leah's gonna walk up to this creature, and she's actually gonna try Abyssal.
Ooh, okay.
Uh, and she's just gonna go, "Hi, how are you? I have some questions if you don't mind."
Um, he does not know what you're saying. He looks at you though, um, and roll an insight because he
Okay.
doesn't understand what you're saying. However, he does respond to it.
Okay. That's a 19.
He almost looks like grateful, like there's a tear in his eye that you said something to him.
Mhm.
Oh,
So then she'll switch to common, and she'll say, "Sorry, I'm new here. Is this better?"
Yes, I can understand you now.
Perfect. Um, as I said, I and my comrades over there, and she gestures to the others, are new down here, and we had been told of something called soul strength. How does one determine the strength of their soul?
If I knew, I would be less lonely. I could keep someone close to me. And he's gonna go in for a hug.
Fuck it, she'll reciprocate.
oh dear.
No,
And
no, no,
he
no, no, no.
just lets out a wail of just tears as he's holding you.
Okay.
But you did it willingly, and this is going to be the
Mhm.
first round, but it does begin to kind of burn.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled low, so you take 5 psychic damage
Okay.
as you
Oh.
just feel just this toll of being in contact with him, but he doesn't seem evil. He's just sorrowful and crying as he holds you,
Mhm.
and is like, "Those who have strength usually have their own place, and I'm forced to wander alone."
All right. Well, do you do you have a name?
Monstrosity.
Oh gosh.
Alright. Can you tell me about yourself and your past life?
I don't remember. After you've been here for so long, who you were doesn't matter anymore. It's just who you are. And you're alone. And you're gonna take another 6 damage. Because he's
Okay.
still just holding on to you.
Alright.
But
That's fine.
I have you now. I have you now. And his eyes are just glowing purple.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hey, Leah. Leah,
And
his eyes are glowing.
yeah, she's gonna like pat him on the back very caringly and just go, alright, well look, maybe you stick with us and we can help you find a place and you help us find a place.
I can help you find a place and we can be there together?
No.
But
No.
I don't want to go back.
Yeah. No.
No. Oh
I,
yeah, no,
No.
sorry.
I
Your
can't.
actions
No.
did cause the death of a human soul.
I
So
can't go
yeah.
back. I can't go
No.
back to being alone. I can't go back to being alone. I'll help you, but I can't be alone again.
Here.
Alright,
No.
and Leah's gonna
This is a
sit there
terrible
for a
idea.
second and she's gonna think and she's gonna go, hey, well, let me go talk with my comrades and we'll see what we can do. And we'll talk around. And if we find something that can help you, we'll track you down, okay?
No, but I know a place. I know a place. You you
You
might
do?
you might you might be strong enough. You might be strong enough to take it, and you can bring me.
No, we're not looking to take it, we're looking to make it.
But it's you can't. It's all you can't. Everyone owns. It's all owned. Even the space between your feet. That's why I'm so alone. I'm in a home, a broken home that no one notices me. You can't leave me. I'm so lonely.
And she's gonna go, okay, well, show us to this place and we'll see what we can do.
There's a tree outside the city where you can go and meet your end. And it welcomes and it saves you from it. But I'm not strong enough to go. But you can go. And if you take away the end, then you can have that place. It's just right outside the city. It's a big tree. Just talk to it. It's dumb, but I just couldn't make it. Couldn't make it alone. You know, I'd love to meet my end, but you wouldn't end me, would you? And he grips you stronger, and you take another 4 damage.
Okay. And Leah's gonna start letting go at the point and go, okay, well, show us the way and we'll see what we can do.
Are, so you said you start letting go. Are you trying to get away, or are you like holding his
Yes. Yeah.
hand, or what is your intention?
I would say she probably holds his hand, but does try to get out of his grip.
Okay. Let's see here. Roll a sleight of hand for me.
Okay. All right. That's an 18.
Yeah, you super beat me. He rolled really low. So he'll let you wriggle out. So this is kind of what you notice. Um, he'll let you wriggle out as long as you're like holding him. If
Yeah.
you were to let go, you feel like you would get a response because the barbs or the arms on his back, although they were kind of curled around you when you were kind of getting out of the embrace, they kind of let you, but when you kind of moved your hand away too much, you saw barbs like fish hooks almost grow into the ends of the back arms.
Okay.
And you kind of were able to slip into like a handhold. And you feel like less pain or weight from him. And you don't really feel like you're taking damage, really. But you are still connected to him.
Okay.
Do you guys
Alright.
let him lead you out of the city? Or do you guys follow him?
I mean,
Um,
Leah's not letting go because she kind of can't. So Leah would
Right.
follow.
Yeah, I think. I have no idea, but I think for now we follow. And I have some ideas. That's all I can
Okay.
say at this point.
Well, some are better than none.
Yeah, I gotta see if it works though.
Yeah.
Let's just follow Leah and Spiky.
So he begins to
whatever.
kind of lead you out of the city, and when you guys reach the threshold of the city, you notice kind of another. Remember the veil in Harry Potter, and Sirius Black got stuck behind it.
Yes, I know the one.
So
Yeah.
just imagine every time you kind of breach a new zone, when I explain that there's a veil or an opaque veil that you either can or can't see through, know that this is kind of what I'm describing. It's kind of like a breach. And as you guys reach the end of the town, you pass through one of these veils, and he's just leading you, and he's not crying so much. But as you pass into this new territory, which is outside the city, I need a wisdom saving throw from all of you.
And you do get my buff.
Great.
That's a dirty 20.
Let me see real quick.
Dirty 20 as well.
14.
So, interestingly enough, Gail and Leah feel like they're in control and they could are ready to kind of spring into action. Cedar, however, her heart kind of tunes into the tears and the sobbing, and she doesn't feel like she can leave him or be outside of his range and does not want to be very far.
The spiky thing? Wait, what? Oh no.
Yeah, you're not touching him,
Over empathizing.
but you
Dang it.
you are vibing with him
Not
right
again.
now. Yes, you are connected to him on an empathetic level, and you just don't want him to be lonely anymore. And you just feel this pull to want to be around him.
Okay, I'm gonna try and see if my idea works then. And this is I know I didn't really discuss this, but totally chill if it does work, if it doesn't work. I just want to try something out. And she kind of turns to the monstrosity thing. Okay, so you don't want to be alone. I understand. And she's kind of saying this kind of in a bit of a lower register. I don't know if the other two can hear. I'm hoping to become something more. And in order to do that, I will need souls that are loyal to me. If you would like to, if you don't have any pre-existing arrangements, you would not need to be alone.
You'll take
All
me
I would
with
need is a name.
You'll take me with you to the Spider Queen?
No, not to the Spider Queen. This would be later. It's more of an investment. You would not belong to the Spider Queen. I would be the one with the domain. How do you feel about Fae Queens?
I will follow any queen to the ends of the earth. And he lets go of Leah and then goes in to hug you.
Not yet.
You
A name.
can't say no.
Oh, I can't.
He
frick.
hugs.
Okay.
You want him to hug you, and you hug him.
Okay, she's gonna. All right, she's gonna hug him then.
Okay.
Willingly.
Willingly, yeah. It's unnatural, just so you know.
Yeah.
And what name do you need?
Yours. The name closest to your soul.
I don't.
That's all I need.
I don't remember. I don't. And he starts to kind of like panic and freak out for a second because he doesn't remember. It's like
Then choose one.
you name me. You who claim to be a queen. You who claim to have a future. You name me, and I'll give myself to you. I just don't want to be alone.
Okay. Let's think.
It takes 6 damage.
Okay. Give me just a second to think of a name. Sorry, give me just a moment. I'm trying to do this as quickly as I can.
You're fine.
You want me to have a look at like a name generator or something?
I'm actually doing that right now.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right, I have one. All right. Your name is Celio. It means belonging. And you will be my first knight. Well, you'll be my second knight. The first was a dear friend. Second knight under the House of Strigine.
I will. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that.
All right, I'm going to need you to let go of me now. This is going to be an investment, and I'm going to trust you, and you're going to trust me. This is an agreement between two parties. A deal, as it were.
And he'll kind of let go, and he'll kind of turn around and then look at the tree. This is where people meet their end, but it's so weak because people come here willingly. This is its domain, and it can be your domain, and then I can be here and not be alone. And he just kind of points to the hanging tree.
Oh, it's a hanging tree.
It's a tree, and down from the tree there are just nooses.
Oh.
Some made of spikes, some made of rope, some made of chains, some large, some small. And they're all just kind of gently swaying. And even as you are here, another one of the lonely, the ones that are kind of like with you, run through the field right past you, just ignoring your existence, and they kind of tie a noose around their neck, and then they just pull and drop, and then almost reflexively the noose actually gets taut up and brought up and brings them off the ground as it begins to like struggle and strangle itself on the tree.
Cedar's gonna reflexively throw a psychic dagger at the rope.
Roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh no!
It might be the first time I've started a fight.
21.
Let me see. 24.
Oh, I've not done this for ages. Okay, it is. 7. Woo!
I cannot believe that worked, by the way. Oh my gosh.
I was getting so hyped.
I kind of love it. So I pseudo placed you guys on the map. You're free to kind of move however you want to move. And I'm going to go ahead and prepare combat because I did not think That was going to be initiated so quickly. So give me 1 second.
Take your time.
Oh no! Quick! We have to fight the tree.
Fire.
Calm down, little pyromaniac.
So happy. I still can't believe that worked. Oh my gosh.
I was amazed. That was awesome. Cedar has a follower.
Why can't I put the thing? Grr. It's not letting me paste him. I think I might have reached too many tokens. Give me 1 second to clear this up.
I was like, too many tokens?
Oh no.
Whoever would have
Oh.
guessed.
I'm a collector and hoarder of things.
Oh, like
Yes.
you have too many. Okay.
And yet, when I'm a hoarder of dice, I'm weird.
No.
Yeah,
I have very many dice.
You have very many dice.
Not quite as many as you though, but I also have a new set that Harry gave me. Look,
Ooh.
it's inside this.
Oh yeah.
And then if you open it, just a second.
I did. I had too many entities between my tabs.
Oh
You
no.
open it. Tiny dice
Ooh.
that fit inside the big dice.
Nice.
Best bit about the big dice? It's green.
Green.
So Cedar, go ahead and
Okay,
roll
wait.
your attack roll.
Okay. Oh, we got a new follower on Twitch. Hello, new follower.
Ooh, hello.
Hello.
We hope you
Welcome to the
enjoy.
party.
Hold on. I missed you because I was
We're
We're
setting
fighting
stuff
a
up.
hanging tree.
Yep.
Rolling
it.
my attack. Rolling my attack. Where's my?
Yeah.
There we go. There's my purple dice. Come on. Okay. All right. I can live with that. 23 to hit, and this is my bonus action, by the way.
So that will hit.
I should hope so. 1d4 plus 4, so okay, 5 hit points from the dagger going right at the rope to kind of cut down the lonely that just tried to, yeah. And then for my main action, for my main action, let's go with Firebolt.
Okay, so you will how this is going to work because you actually rolled the highest for initiative. So this is a kind of a surprise round for you with the dagger because this is how it initiated combat. So you hit, do your damage, and then we actually start combat rounds.
All right. Cedar just made a snap decision for once, being decisive. I'm here for it. You know what? Let's go. But yeah, 16 for that firebolt to hit.
16 will not hit.
Ah, unfortunate. Oh well, I still hit it a bit. And then yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am for now. And that's my turn. Oh wait, do I go? Oh, do I go again? Because that. Oh.
So you had the dagger, right? Which you threw, and then it starts your turn. So then you could do movement, which you said you're not going to move. You have your firebolt, which is your main action, and then you would still technically have a bonus action.
I'm gonna throw another dagger.
All right.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit. Okay, that was a 9, so that one's not gonna hit.
Definitely doesn't. I need good combat music
yeah.
now. Let's see. So yeah, the tree. I mean, you did hit it with the one dagger. And can you remind me of the damage again for me? Your
Say
initial
that again?
your
Sorry.
initial dagger that hit.
Oh, my initial dagger did 5 damage.
Okay, perfect. So it definitely recoiled a little bit, um, but it as it recoiled, it actually tightened the noose around the creature's neck
No.
and began kind of bouncing a little bit.
No. All right, who's next?
So I just got combat music going. We are going to say Leah is actually next.
Okay.
Nice.
Um. Hmm. That's so. What do I see on this tree exactly?
So it's a tree, and it has a
Hmm.
bunch of different styles of nooses. Some are chain, some are barbed wire, some are just rope, some are braided steel cable. But as of right now, it seems to be a tree.
Okay. Um. And this guy hanging by a noose. Which noose is he hanging from?
I'll say one of the right ones. It was one of the lowest hanging ones at the time.
But like, which material?
Has to be like a rope.
Okay. Leah's gonna just because I'm not sure what else to do, and I want to see what'll happen if I do this. How far am I? Is each square 5 feet?
Each square is 5 feet. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Leah is going to um Leah's gonna walk up about 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then huck a javelin at the rope to
Hmm.
try and cut the guy free and just see what happens.
Okay. Um, so as you do, it's going to use its reaction, and I need a acrobatics saving. I need an acrobatics from you.
Okay. Not a deck save?
Not a dex save, just an acrobatics specifically.
Okay. Um 22.
So you manage to dodge it, but another noose actually attempts to grab your leg as you throw the javelin. It kind of knocks you off kilter for a second, but it still flies true as you kind of narrowly dodge this noose that went to grab one of your legs, and it snaps back all the way to the tree.
Hmm.
And then your javelin will fly true, and you can do your roll.
Okay. And my javelin damage, I think that's a d6. Yes, it is. 17 bludgeoning. Or sorry, piercing.
You said 17 to hit,
Yeah,
or
no, 17 damage.
17 damage. What was the hit roll?
Oh, did I not do that already?
I didn't hear it.
Okay. Nat 20.
Okay.
So that'll actually be 21.
Um, yeah, I mean, it definitely hits. And it will kind of, you said 21? Yeah. So your
Yes.
javelin will kind of sever the rope at its base, and the creature falls to the ground. And as it does, it begins kind of squirming around on the ground, almost pulling the rope itself to try to squeeze it. And it's just flailing around on the ground now.
Mm-hmm. Alright, does it do anything else? Or,
As of right now, no.
okay. Are there any other creatures being held by a noose?
Not yet.
Okay. I don't like that you said yet, but whatever. Um, then
Mean.
what do I see on the tree otherwise? Like, aside from the nooses, aside from all that. Do I see, like, an entrance? Do I see any kind of markings?
Um, There do seem to be runic inscriptions, like if you're looking really close, but you can't really make out what they are
Okay.
between the distance and the time it takes to look at them. But you can tell there seem to be some form of inscriptions on, or carved into, or burned into, if you will, the trunk. But aside from that, you can't really tell. They don't seem to be active at the moment either.
Okay. Perfect.
Is there anything else you want to do?
I'm just gonna throw another javelin at the tree this time and see what happens.
Okay.
For what is my hit modifier for javelin? 27 to hit.
So 27 will hit.
For 17 damage.
Okay. 17 isn't bad. You have recalling javelins, if I remember right?
Nope, just regular.
Just regular. Okay.
So I've just used 2 of my 5.
Cool.
Point to stick.
Was that a Monty
Okay.
Python reference?
No, I didn't know if it is, then accidentally made
What about
because my
pointed
family watched Monty
sticks?
Python without me. And if
They got caught up.
any of my family somehow sees this, yes, I'm still salty about it. I wanted to watch Monty Python with y'all.
So we're gonna get this sorted then. All right. Okay. So the tree, for a moment, its roots actually begin to move, and it will attempt to kind of meet you on the battlefield as its roots kind of unravel into the dirt. They spiral out as like long tendrillous legs, and it kind of elevates the tree a little bit, and you can tell it actually has a little bit of trouble keeping balance because it's just so heavy as the tree kind of makes its way forward about here, and its large hulking shadow kind of casts over you in the darkness, Leo, as it moves. And 3, I want to say, do I have 3 left on this turn? I do. 3 of the nooses from the tree actually attempt to go and grapple you. So let me double check if I attack roll those or if you save those. Yeah, sorry, I'm converting this over from a 4E monster to a 5E monster, so...
No, you're good.
Dang.
I hate that you're using 4E though.
Yeah, well, they didn't have it in the book, and I wanted it. I just wasn't ready
I
for
know.
this. Didn't have as much time to prepare this fight. Okay, yeah, so these are going to be attacks, actually. So let me... What was your AC again?
24. But
24.
yeah, at this point 24.
Okay. Okay. So only 1 lands, actually.
Okay.
And one of the razor wire nooses actually make its way to you. And instead of dealing a ton of damage, it actually wraps itself around you and attempts to kind of pull you down. And so we'll resolve that at the start of next turn. But you are grappled-ish at the moment. It's not going to work the same exactly, but you are... we'll call it contested. Right?
Okay.
So you can still take actions. You'll just be... think of yourself kind of bundled up in wire.
Right.
So... and that will actually be the tree's move for now. So it takes a lot to move this thing. Gale, you're up.
Okay, first things first, I'm going to use my movement. I'm going to get a little bit closer to Leah, while still keeping in range with Cedar. As he advances, he's going to sort of look at this tree, and he's going to go and cast a Sacred Flame at the big hulking tree. So I'm going to ask you to make me a dex save, please.
Oh, a dex save.
Yeah.
My strongest attribute as a giant tree.
Hey, this giant tree took gymnastics when it was young.
he got a
Yeah.
4.
Oh,
He takes 2d8 radiant damage then.
Okay.
nice.
Yeah. I thought big tree dex might not be the best.
You're super not wrong.
I mean,
Oh.
hey.
So that's 14 points of radiant damage. It's just holy blue light erupts from his hands and shoots towards the tree.
All right. And your sacred flame kind of hits the tree, and actually, what you see is there is burning and charring from the on the bark, right? So it did take some damage. However, what looked like part of that energy may have gone into the runes as well.
Oh.
If this thing
Can I-
starts spitting our spells back at us,
Do I see any immediate effect from this, or would that be another action to have a proper look?
You can do it as if you want to do a quick perception as like a bonus action. I can give you a little more detail if you wanted, but you'd have to burn your bonus action.
I think at this point, yeah, I'd be interested in having a look at that. So
Go for it. Hit me with a perception.
Nice.
Did we ever remake our Discord, guys? I don't think we did after it got hacked.
Yeah, we did.
never.
Did we?
We did, but we haven't gotten it finished all the way. Sorry, things got crazy with.
Yeah. It's been a busy month. So we had a Discord
Yeah.
actually, but the account that was hosting our Discord actually got hacked, and the hacker deleted our Discord that we had with like our people and our followers and stuff.
So
And it was really annoying. So
It was horrible.
unfortunately, we don't have a public one at the moment, but it is something we'll be bringing back in the near future, actually.
Yes.
It's been a busy year
Please
for us
stay
so
tuned.
far, and it looks like, I think definitely by the end of the year, we'll probably have one up again. And this is to answer the question for Adeline.
Yeah.
Adeline, nice to meet you, and we hope that you like the show.
Yeah, I appreciate the interaction, too. Usually people come
Yeah.
in and
Oh,
are
yeah.
quiet, so it's super fun.
No, it's really nice to have talkers.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
So yeah, if you have any questions, seriously, just shoot them over, and we'll do our best to answer.
Yeah.
All right. And what was that perception for you?
That was a 17.
Okay. Yes, so it seems like when you hit it, the runes on the bark that were burned in actually have a faint glow now.
Okay. That's gonna be Gale's turn, but he's gonna try and keep an eye on the runey things. I know they're called runes. I'm just trying to get a bit more drama. He's going to sort of keep a bit of a cursory eye on them while also trying to concentrate on saving his friends.
Cool. Then we will go to Cedar.
All right. I think I want to try. Oh, come on. Where did it go? Sorry. I'm gonna try Firebolt again, just to see how well that'll work for me. Oh, natural 20! So that's gonna be a 28
Nice.
to hit.
Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn a reaction action, because was it a natural 20 or just a 20?
It was a natural 20.
Okay.
It was a 28 altogether.
So, go ahead and roll your damage for me.
Okay. That's 2d10. 4, 2. 6. So not great.
Wait, did you double it? To nat 20,
Oh,
you double
no,
the
no.
damage.
Doku, do I?
Yeah, on a nat 20, you double it.
Oh, okay. Then 12. I guess I don't get nat 20s on attack rolls very much.
I just don't get nat 20s very much.
Unless it's like a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I still don't understand that, but I'm not gonna pretend it's a bad
But
thing.
yeah, so a 12 for that, and then for my bonus action, just gonna throw another knife.
Okay.
Throw another psychic dagger.
So as the reaction happens, you fire this ball out of your hand, and a giant root wall actually appears in front of you, and it absorbs the blow. And it seems very damaged by the shot, but your fireball did not make it through the wall of roots that now stands in front of you.
Huh. How high is this wall,
15
by the
feet.
way? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna use my movement to fly 20 feet
Okay.
up into the air,
Mhm.
just straight up into the air, and then I'm going to throw my psychic dagger at the tree.
Sounds good. I'll make your attack
Aerial
roll.
advantage. 21 to hit,
That'll hit.
and that'll be 8 points of damage.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I'm just gonna keep hovering in the air, I guess.
All right. And Leah, you are up.
Okay. So would Leah have seen the reaction the tree had to Gale's attack?
You mean Cedar's attack?
No, Gale's.
So I'm looking at the runes, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You would have, yeah. If you want to, well, in general, you did kind of see that some of it did get to be sucked in, but you didn't see much more detail than that.
Okay. But with that, she's actually going to just rush up to the tree, find the largest rune on the tree, and full force stab into it with her sword
Okay.
with a second level divine smite.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
That is a 29 to hit.
Perfect. So that will hit. And I will need an acrobatics check from you at disadvantage.
Okay. So right now we're looking at a 15.
Okay. So your attack roll is also then going to have disadvantage.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Okay. Dirty 20 will still hit.
Okay. So then put you back up. And then just to specify, I did roll this at the beginning of the session, but I forgot to say anything. My damage type for today, oddly enough, is radiant.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. So that's okay. So and then let's do this. Ooh. Okay. So wow, it's been so long I forgot how to play my own character.
It's been 3 weeks.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Well, yeah, but just the thing is, I have so many damage. Like,
Yeah, I
since
get
you
you.
like it, that I specify my damage types.
I'm just teasing you. You're fine.
Okay, so there's 36 radiant damage,
Nice.
18 bludgeoning damage, or 18 slashing damage. Sorry, now. Still used to the warhammer, and 6 necrotic.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's a good hit.
That was, yeah.
What happens to the rune?
Which
So I
so
just like shove my sword right into the center of it.
okay. It explodes. and
Okay.
a blue glitter kind of fills the battlefield for a round.
Okay. And then, um, does anything happen to the tree when this rune explodes? Does
Um,
it look weaker? Does it look stronger?
no, you see the rune explode out, and now there's a blue kind of glitter covering the battlefield, but your sword just jams right through it into the bark and of the tree, and it seems like the attack basically went straight through to the tree.
Okay. And then she's gonna rip out her sword, stab it into another room, and stab it into another rune, and do the same thing.
Okay. Make your attack roll at disadvantage.
Okay. Wow, that's fabulous. That's a 16 and an 18.
Okay,
So
so
that's
Nice.
28. Um,
16 and an 18?
yep.
Okay,
But that's before modifier.
gotcha.
Um, okay, 14 bludgeoning damage. Um, $15 radiant damage, and um, 6 necrotic.
Nice.
Perfect. And it goes into the rune again, and the rune explodes, and more of that blue glitter kind of covers the battlefield. This time, though, when you hit with your sword, it goes a little deeper, and when you pull it out, it seems like viscera
Mm-hmm.
and grossness
Mm-hmm.
is on the tip of the sword.
Okay,
This is not
that
a
is my
vegan
turn.
tree. This tree is not safe for the vegans.
All right, so that'll bring us to tree.
Captain.
So as you are now threatening the tree very deeply, it actually springs a little bit more to life. Think of it kind of like the Whomping Willow from Harry Potter, as it kind of springs to
Oh.
life a little more.
Oh,
And
no.
two of the nooses that were actually inside the tree pop out with half-digested corpses that it uses to swing and attack at
Oh,
at Leah and Cedar,
that's nasty.
and it will send because he's still on the ground. Roots up to attempt to grab Gale. So 3 attacks come out of this thing. So let me go ahead and roll. Leah, you were a nat 20, so I'll absolve that in a
Okay.
second. Cedar, you were a nat 20. There was a 12 and then a 20.
Cedar, you do have silvery barbs.
Oh,
I would recommend
yeah.
you use it on yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn a silvery barbs real quick on myself.
Okay. All right, and a Gale, that was 19 for you.
Fails.
Okay. So then I need an acrobatics check from you,
From Gale.
from Gale.
Okay. As soon as I can get back to skills, acrobatics. Okay. It's 15.
Okay. The roots are grabbed and tied into your leg now, restricting your movement. It doesn't cause you any pain, however. It doesn't hurt, but you are kind of tied down in almost in place, with very little movement range now. What you feel?
What would my range be, just hypothetically speaking?
You'd probably have to get out of it first.
Okay,
You
that's
could
fair.
you could still do things, however, like if you wanted to like cast a spell or do things, but your movement is kind of you're pinned down, just not grappled.
Okay.
But yeah,
Gotcha.
I cast silvery barbs when it tries to hit me with a dead body.
And that forces me a reroll, right?
Yes, that forces you to
Yes.
re-roll and use the lower.
Yes. And then I can choose a different creature to have advantage on the next attack roll, and I pick Leah.
Yeah, all right. So that'll bring me to 18 to hit now.
Oh, I think that still hits me.
But it's not a nat 20, that's all we care about.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be doubling
Okay,
my.
I'm good.
my-
Yeah, it hits me, but yeah, hits me, but less. Was it still hurts, but
That's
less?
still important. Okay, so then where?
How much corpse damage do I take?
You and Leah both get pelted with half decayed corpses. So give me 1 second. I'm just gonna roll this out.
Hate
here.
that.
This is so macabre.
Mm-hmm.
But my inner Wednesday Addams kind of likes this.
Can't hear the word macabre anymore without thinking of creepy paper. Crepe paper. Creepy
Oh,
Leah?
creepy. Multi-pack.
16 bludgeoning damage and 7 necrotic.
I'm immune to necrotic, get fucked.
Oh, you are, aren't you?
So it's 16 bludgeoning?
16 bludgeoning. I
Love
rolled
it.
really low on my dice.
Also, Rain, when you say things like that, the rest of us suffer the wrath of the DM. Please, no.
So Cedar is 17 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Why'd
you make that noise?
I only had.
Did you get
I
punched
had
in the
3
stomach?
d6s and I rolled all 3 6s.
Ooh.
Satan.
This is 12. We'll call it 15 necrotic. How about that? Now you are just covered in ick at this point. Both you and Leah covered in this just ick. But you yourself are not restrained, and you had a feeling that could have hurt a lot worse. But as you silvery barbed, those barbs kind of have this physical appearance almost, and they manifest, and it actually kind of cuts the corpse in half as it comes down on you, and you take far less damage. You're imparting advantage on Leah, which will resolve because now there's a contest of it, so it might be a straight roll, but we'll see depending on your next roll for attack. So that is actually going to be the tree for now. It's not going to try to move, but it does now have 2 nooses with half-dissolved corpses just flying out on it, and they're kind of flinging around. And that'll bring us to Gale.
I want to get out of this tree root situation.
So you want to spend your action trying to get out of it?
Yeah, because I can still do some things with my bonus action or something.
Cool. All right. Roll just a straight strength save.
Strength save.
Or excuse me.
Do I get anything?
It's my bad. Converting over. It's going to be a dexterity save, but go ahead.
Okay. Do I get anything from Leah because it's a saving
You
throw?
would, you're still technically within 10 feet.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Ooh, I'm glad I did because that's 21.
Cool.
Nice.
So yes, this is actually a pretty high escape cost, so you actually made it by a little bit, so that works. So yes, you managed to kind of wiggle your way out of the roots. It kind of kept your boot and swallowed it kind of back down into the ground a little bit, but you made it free.
Okay. He's gonna look down, sort of look back at the tree and go, I like that boot. Now you've just pissed me off. Bonus action, reach down from his old little bag of tricks, pick up some pebbles from the ground, and he's just gonna throw stone. A magic stone, to be
Magic
exact.
stone.
Magic stone! That is gonna be 17 to hit.
Okay. Roll a quick perception.
Quick perception. Oh no. Why have I got a bad idea about this? That's a 10.
Cool. So you throw your stone, and you charge it with magic. And as it is thrown through the air, the glitter seems to kind of attach itself to the stone, and it becomes just a simple pebble that you hear a hollow thunk right up against the tree as it falls. The stone falls softly to the ground.
Fascinating. Huh. And that's going to be his go. I think he's going to stay as he is for now.
Okay. So that'll bring us to top around for Cedar.
Okay. Let's do magic missile at 2nd level for my for this first bit.
Okay.
So all right, 1d4 plus 1. Wait, how many? It's been a while. 3.
It's all good.
Okay, so I roll this one. 3. 10. Oh, stop it. 15 overall.
Okay. So you fire off your magic missiles, and multiple of them kind of fly through the air towards the tree, and it almost seems like they're hitting the glitter in the air as they dissipate and get weaker and weaker and weaker. And by the time the magic missiles reach the tree, they just kind of poof into nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a dagger at it then. I'm gonna throw a psychic dagger at it then.
Okay.
When all else fails, mind knife.
I'm thinking of Cheedy, but mind knife instead of time
yes.
knife.
15.
15 to hit?
Yeah.
Does not.
Dang it. Okay. Let me see where it is on the map. Yeah, I'm gonna move back a bit. There we go.
Sounds good.
That's some good stuff.
Is that your move?
Yes, that is my move. I just wanted to get a little further away from the encroaching tree.
Can't imagine why. Leah, you're up.
Getting
Okay.
Beth over here. The forest is getting closer.
It's just some Scottish guys with branches.
I do have that now. Nah. Okay. Leah's gonna go in for just 2 more strikes. Do I do them at advantage, disadvantage? What are we thinking?
So roll an acrobatics. Just in general.
17.
Here. 17. Okay, so you didn't meet. However, you do have advantage. So you're going to have a straight roll on the first one, and then disadvantage on the second one.
Okay. Straight roll is a 24.
That'll hit.
Disadvantage is a 21.
Still hits.
Okay.
Dang.
How is that disadvantage?
Really good modifier.
I think Leah has like a plus 11 or something ridiculous.
12.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's what you get for min-maxing.
I mean, if I didn't min-max, y'all wouldn't be able to play y'all's characters like you want to.
Absolutely.
But so for first attack, and so for both of these, I'm not using Divine Smite. I want to save it.
Okay.
Okay, but that's it. So it's 15 bludgeoning. 6 necrotic, and 10 radiant for the first strike.
Okay.
Another 15 slashing. I know I keep saying bludgeoning, but it's slashing.
No
Another
worries.
15 slashing for the second strike. Another 6 necrotic, and
Okay.
another 11 radiant.
Perfect.
And that is me.
Okay. Not gonna move, not gonna do anything, just gonna stay put.
Well, do I have? I guess I do kind of have a bonus action, but let's see. I'm gonna hidden step, turn invisible.
Ooh.
But that is my turn.
Interesting. I love this because like you're invisible, but you're still wrapped in wire.
Yep.
So like this is interesting.
The tree's like, what am I holding?
Okay, so you know what? Actually, because of that, it's the tree's turn. Um, and so you turned invisible. So what it's going to do is it's going to take one of its actions, since you are technically pseudo grappled, and it will tighten and attempt to kind of trip up. So what I need is an acrobatics check from you again.
Can I argue that that would be athletics to try and fight against the constriction?
I have it all because it's not a full grapple. It's not a grapple by
Okay.
mechanical sense. That's why it's acrobatics specifically.
Okay.
So it's more of a debuff than a
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was trying to think a little more logically. Like if I'm being constricted, why wouldn't I try to fight the constriction? You know.
Yeah, it's more of a slip out.
But that's fair. But that's a 16 acrobatics.
Okay. So it attempted to constrict, and you got a 16. And so what it's going to do is it's actually, because you're conscious, it's going to pull you 15 feet. So what it's actually trying to do is recall, because it thinks you disappeared. It's very low intelligence. It thinks you disappeared, so it's going to try to recall its barbed wire. So it actually constricts and then pulls you in. So you are now, on your turn, on top of the tree, looking into the mouth, because it pulls
Okay.
you.
Love it.
And you are staring down into the stomach of the tree, where all you see is just bodies and decay and flesh and this black ichor soup of what looks probably stomach acid and corpse juice. And it reeks. Your eyes begin to water, and you are just on top of this tree staring down as this permeates up into you. Now, since it can't see you, though, it will still take 2 attacks, and probably both are going to be against Gale, because Cedar is a little out of range and it doesn't feel like moving. So let me see here. Because you're not flying, you're still on the ground, right?
Yeah. Still on the
It'll
ground.
take 1 body swing and 1 root trap. One is a 20 to hit.
Fails.
That's a miss now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one is a 27 to hit. So
That one will succeed.
it will swing a corpse at you, but it'll still be the half-broken one that it tried to hit Cedar with, and you just kind of get splashed with ick as it like flings it at you, but it completely misses, and the corpse kind of falls apart onto the ground next to you. But as you're like and heaving, vines come up from behind you and actually grab you, but this time they pierce into your legs.
Oh.
Ooh.
And it will be
Something like that.
12 damage, and you are in that same grapple state. However, you can feel the barbs in your leg.
Ow.
Damn it! I had a whole plan.
Don't worry, I have a plan. I've been setting up for this.
You've been setting up for okay.
Hold on.
It's not going to affect anything on my go though, so that's fair.
All right, so that'll bring us to
I mean-
Gale.
So I can't move again unless I break out of the grapple. Problem is, my whole thing that required me to move. You fucker. I'm gonna try and break out.
Okay. You're going to try to break out, so go ahead and roll your acrobatics.
Acrobatics. That's a 10.
You are stuck.
Yeah, I thought so. Motherfucker. And I just looking at my bonus action because let me just do this again. Okay, so what Gal's gonna do is sort of pinned down by his leg by these barbs digging in. He's just gonna try and clear his mind, focus, and he's gonna try and call down a spiritual weapon. With his bonus action just by the tree.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna make it a lightning bolt because that just sounds fun.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go. And it's blue already, which is perfect. As you see a floating spectral mace, bathed in blue light, just emerging next to the tree. And I don't think it can make it. It can't make an attack on its first turn.
It
Can it?
can. Yeah.
It can. Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Unless
That
I'm
is
mistaken.
great.
I haven't looked at the spell in a little bit, but
From what I remember, you can.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, because last time I think I must have done something else. I was like, okay, that's
Leah,
cool.
are you playing Balloons Tower Defense 6 while playing D&D?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly. Ooh, okay. So 15 plus 8. That is 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Nice. No, that's a D6. I need a D8. That's even better. So that is going to be, I rolled max, 12 force damage.
Okay, sounds good. 12 force damage. The tree is
Yeah.
visibly taking damage as you guys kind of chunk away at it, for sure, just so you're aware.
Good. And that's Gale's turn.
Okay, so that'll bring us to Cedar.
All right. Okay. Trying to think what's best to do here.
Kill it, right?
Usually
yeah.
a good idea.
Okay. I want to try something. I want to cast Mind Sliver on the tree.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's an intelligence save of 16.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know, I just have a hunch that it doesn't really have a ton of intelligence points. Because it's a tree.
I got a 2.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I just caused psychic damage to a tree. Okay, that's 2d6. Give me just a sec to roll that. Oh my gosh.
Question: Can we see that deal damage to it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I mean, it
about 8 damage from that.
Mm.
And then I'm gonna throw another psychic dagger at it.
So it'll kind of
Yay.
pulse its stomach contents at the taking of the damage. So you see it specifically, Leah.
Um. So the dagger's not gonna hit.
Okay.
But yeah, apparently I can cause psychic damage to a tree.
It's hilarious.
I absolutely
just-
love that.
You're just insulted. You're just a little sapling. A strong breeze would knock you over.
Jesus. All right.
You look like an invasive species.
100% is. 100% is.
Ouch.
I don't like invasive species.
I remember.
Is that your turn?
Let me see how close the tree is to me.
It hasn't moved.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm good. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Cool. So then we'll go to Leah. You're up. But I need I need a Constitution saving throw, or not a. Hold on. What do I want to do?
I don't know.
Actually, let's do charisma. Because I'm like, it wouldn't be con. Yeah, I guess it would. I'm trying to see if there's something better for it. I don't know why I said that. So, well, it's survival for me.
Okay. There's my survival mod. Dirty 20.
Yes.
Nice.
Everything in you, somehow, you hold in the puke
Mm-hmm.
as this smell overtakes your eyes. You can barely keep your eyes open, and you know it is just disgusting in there. Like, you don't want to be pulled in, you don't want to go in. Every piece of you tells you that that is death in there. And that is what you get with your survival. You hold in the puke, and you kind of maintain yourself, but you are hovering over the abyss of just disgust.
Okay.
And now you can go.
Perfect. Give me 1 second. I need to look something up.
Also, I'm pretty sure Abyss of Disgust is something we've all had to deal with at work.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I can just do that. Because I'm trying to look at one of my new Prism Night things, but I need to get the specifics on it. Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
So I like that this is where this is going. Leah is just, she's gonna be fighting back puke as she just looks down or up, yeah, down at this creature, and just again fighting back the puke. She goes, "It's my job to keep those fuckers safe, especially the blue one. So if you threaten them, you're gonna be turned into firewood."
Nice.
And
Great
she
threat to a tree.
pulls this little marble from her headpiece and drops it in his mouth. Can I get a dexterity 18 save?
Is this your orb?
Wait.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Nice.
Dex? No, I rolled a 14 flat, so
Okay. You needed an 18, so.
yeah.
So that's. Okay, so that's. What's that? Ah. Okay, so that is 42 radiant damage and 36 psychic damage as this little crystalline marble just explodes in its stomach.
Nice.
So I love it and hate it at the same time. So a couple of things happened. First off, Adeline, I shot you a friend's request on my main Discord. Feel free to chat me whenever. Um, so that request was sent. Second off, what you guys see is the inner workings of the tree at the base where the roots kind of meet the dirt and then the trunk starts. An explosion outward as this wave of just black Icarus fluid fills the battlefield, washing up to about where Gale's feet are, and it burns everything and has a smell that is just unholy of just death and evil as it's been collecting skeletons and bodies of everyone who's hung itself on the tree trying to escape Shadowfell. But at the same time, it also takes the path of least resistance and explodes upward to where Leah is being kind of held. And I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Okay. 22.
Okay. So you're probably gonna take half damage. um,
Got a full face of tree vomit.
shit. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Swore.
How dare you?
See, something's wrong their fucking language.
I know, right?
Dang, I'm horrible. As just a concoction of just damage, just to your essence of pure death, wipes over you for 72 damage.
What damage type?
All.
Holy Moses.
All?
Yeah,
Wow.
there is slashing. I mean, if you want to damage to negate, let me.
Yeah. Because I have radiant and I have necrotic immunity right now.
Then roll 1d12 for me.
Okay. That's a 9.
Okay, you can negate 9 damage then.
Okay. I fall unconscious.
It's basically just essence of damage. Like, it is just death, essentially.
Okay.
As it explodes out, it covers you, and you have no escape from it. As you see Leah's body wash down into the wave of just death, she's unconscious and just kind of sliding through this thick, viscous liquid, also washing up at Gale's feet, as she just kind of continues to burn and kind of simmer in smoke. The tree falls over, the nooses explode out in like this vine whip of just messy, tangled cords, and it tries to, all the nooses try to then just make their escape, but they're almost using the nooses as legs that can't hold up, and some are stronger than others as it's just flopping around on the ground, and then it goes motionless, and all the cords go limp, and you almost feel empowered now as this grove almost accepts you, and you feel like it's home. And our sorrow fiend that's behind you lets out a cry. I have a home. I'm not alone anymore.
Gale, you take care of Leah, and I'll I guess I wonder. Celio, you've been here for a while. Can people shape their domains?
Oh, I don't know. You can claim it. but I feel like you'd need something stronger than me to be able to claim more.
Huh. Well, at least now you have a safe place to stay. Now we all do.
I can try to guard it. I can try to guard it. And as he says that, another smaller creature that was probably looking for the hanging tree runs into the grove, and 5 of his arms pierce through the body of this creature,
Whoa!
ripping it apart into shreds as
Celio!
it
Celio!
just tears in these fishhook-like barbs on the ends, pull the body of this creature apart, and he just viciously begins to continually stab it, continuously and continuously, even after it's lifeless.
Okay, you got it. You got it, buddy. It's dead. It's dead. You can stop.
And we'll say Cedar tries to get control of her minion for a little bit here. Gale, I'm assuming you try to heal Leah?
Yeah, so Gail's going to try and pick up Leah to get her out of the sort of the burning ichor. And he's also going to burn a channel divinity, preserve life. So that would be 40 hit points going straight to Leah.
Love it.
Okay. You wake up to Gale like pumping this life into you, pulling you out of this ichor, as it continues to kind of cook off into like this smoke that was trying to fill the area, but it's actually being pumped out almost like second nature, unless you want to keep the miasma in the clearing. That would be up to you.
Okay. Wait, up to who?
Collectively, all of you.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like, hey, it's Leah because she beat the domain, or all of us because we're a party, or what.
Yeah.
I think it. Uh,
I mean, no, I'm
Yeah.
cool with it being. I just
Okay.
wanted to know what it was.
Mhm.
But so I would say as Leah like slow, painfully opens her eyes, everything burns. She just looks up and sees Gale and goes, "Did it work?"
Yeah, just a little bit.
Fuck.
You just hear in the background,
Yeah.
Celio! No, no, no!
Oh, and there's that as well.
Well,
But
home sweet undead home.
yeah, you kicked its ass, as you always do.
I did, but I couldn't have done it without you lot. I mean, I probably would have died getting this book.
I mean,
So
yeah, pretty much.
All right. And I think that's probably a good place for us to end the session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll stop
Nice.
it for now.
well, actually, there's one more quick thing I want to do before you stop it.
Oh yeah, sure. What's up?
Just because I feel like everyone wants the answer to this question.
Okay.
Leah's gonna like kind of hobble over to Celio and go, so what qualifies as a follower in the Shadowfell?
Oh no.
I don't know. I guess me. I follow you because now I don't have to be lonely.
What about one of these guys? And she's gonna try and pull out one of her 3,000 rats.
Oh, yes, finally! I've been wanting to know this for 3 weeks!
Yep.
So you're gonna pull out one of your rats?
Yes. Not
give me an
Squeakers, not Peanut.
It dies instantly.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Um, roll a perception.
Okay. Dirty 20.
You see a tiny ghostly spear grab into the essence of the rat as it dies in your hand when you pull it from the bag. And you kind of catch a tiny glimpse of the spear pulling the essence away from the rat.
Can she try to grab it?
You're gonna try to grab it?
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
try to grab it.
you know whose spear it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Gosh.
Make the attempt, I guess.
Oh no.
Sleight of hand.
Wouldn't be like athletics or something to like try and brute force it away from the spear.
Trying to. Okay. Man, I love that you're doing this.
I'm trying to play to my strengths here.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Roll a sleight of hand, and we'll see if you can even grab it, and then it'll be a contest.
Yeah. 17.
Okay. I will say you did a grab, and you attempted. Did you attempt to grab the spear, the tiny spear, or the chain?
She's gonna grab at the chain, and she's not trying to necessarily remove the rat. She's just trying to say, "This one's mine. Make sure he gets back."
Okay. So you only want to hold on to it long enough to send that message, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, make sure he gets back to me.
Roll.
Basically.
Roll 2 strength saves.
Okay.
Because this will be a strength contest now.
25, 31.
25, 31. So you beat one, lost one. You're taking on a god. So the fact that you won one with a 30, I mean,
I know,
that's,
right?
yeah. Oh, we'll call it. Because I got two 27s, so. So I'll say that yes, it pulled, and it actually kind of ripped your hand a little bit. You felt the pain and sear, but you grabbed on with all of your might, and you were like, "Make sure it gets back to me." And as you let go, you just hear the churning of the steamboat and a laughter of a ragtime singer.
Okay.
But you'll see a tiny glimmer of just green as it brightens up, which it was dull before.
Okay.
Okay. And that's where we'll call it. Sound good?
Perfect.
Yeah, sounds
Awesome.
good.
All right.
Got in tug of war with the ferryman of the river Styx over a rat, and I love that. That somehow just fits the vibe of this channel perfectly.
Super.
It really does, yeah.
Super ballsy. I love it. But all right, so we will go ahead and call it for the evening. I think we might be able to make next week work. I'll have to talk to Kittis about their schedule. But we'll do a tentative yes for now, and we'll know more later this week. But I guess we will go ahead and stop stream for now. Thank you, Adeline, for being a new follower. Like I said, hit me up on Discord. Hashtag, I can actually see who's in stream chat now. Hashtag, who has been a long time for us but doesn't talk all the time, is actually here for almost 2 hours. So stoked about that. So yes, so thank you as well.
Also, Adeline, if you want to go and see past episodes or clips from episodes, you will find those on the channel. They're all organized and such. And then there's our secondary campaign, which is Nightwalker's Bane, which is a Curse of Strahd homebrew campaign run by Harry. So yeah, we got all kinds of stuff on the channel.
Excited to have you on here. Feel free to check out as much as you'd like. And yeah, we hope you really enjoy your time here and like our stuff. It's awesome to have you here.
Have a good night.